Okay.
All right. Good morning and welcome to Mars Stadium here in Ballarat for today's Under-19 AFL Victoria Challenge Cup clash between the Energy Save Victoria Country's Under-19 side taking on the Home Glen Under-19 BAFA side. I'm Sam Young. I'll be joining the broadcast today by Simon Petch. Simon Petch joining us.
G'day, Sam, and hello everyone listening through the AFL website and the vafa.com.au website. Down here at Mars Stadium, the weather down here is rather chilly. It's overcast. Won't get many sun breaks through the morning and into the early afternoon. We've had a little bit of rain down here, but the ground is in really good order. It's been a while since I've been down here, Sam, to the old North Ballarat football ground, but it's in really good condition. It's big, expansive and wide and open, and really looking forward to the amateurs, the Holmes Glen amateurs taking on the Energy Safe Victorian Country team as both sides are lining up for the national anthem along with the umpires. We haven't yet seen the toss be affected yet. I'm not sure if that's taken place inside the rooms or not, but we'll soon work that out as the players are starting to line up here in front of us now for the national anthem. Umpires are getting ready as well, and the Victorian Country team, Energy Safe Country team, coming across. So in a moment or two, we'll have the national anthem, and then this game will be underway. In conditions, it's a little blustery down here. The wind is favouring the northern end of the ground.
Pretty blowy day, but I'm sure we're going to get a great feast of some of the best footballing community leagues across Victoria today. Congratulations to both the BAFA and the AFL country teams on their selection and coaches on their appointment to the role. A really great honour to be in those positions. Congratulations also to the umpires that have been appointed to today's games. Field umpires, Hugh Tapman, Jared Burns and Tom O'Connor. Boundary umpires, Fred Calra, Luke Meyer, Jack Bombardieri, Zane Whitelaw. And goal umpires, Joel Wright and Ariel Sutherland. Can you invite the umpires to go half each way, shake hands with the team? As well as the coaches today, we do also thank all the support staff that have been involved in putting these teams together. An enormous amount of effort goes into ensuring that great experience is there for both teams. For many, it might be the highest level of football they'll play in their career. Others, it's going to be a stepping stone even to VFL, maybe even further on towards rookie or even being listed as an AFL player. Particularly congratulate Damien Sexton, coach of the AFL Big Country side. It's his 10th time in the role as coach of that team, so thanks Damien for your work. Going to call forward the captains now. AFL Big Country Nick Harlan and BAFA Charlie Thompson to toss and point.
Okay, so the toss is going to be effected right here in front of us, not in the middle of the ground. Players come together, up it goes. Vic calls, and naturally they're going to go with the breeze down to the southern end of the ground. So Victoria, the amateurs, are going to go down to the southern end of the ground, and the country boys to the northern or scoreboard end of the ground. And that breeze out there, Sam, would be around about a 6-goal breeze the way it's blowing down, straight down the middle of the ground down here today.
Yeah, very common here in Mars Stadium. Windy ground, the open side, come over the hill, the breeze can sometimes cause a havoc for both sides playing here at Mars. But yeah, definitely at least 4 or 5 goals here this afternoon, kicking towards the northern end of the ground. The toss, as I said, was won by Charlie Thompson, and the amateurs will be running to the left of the screen or to the northern end of the ground.
Correct. Now this game is the Under-19 Challenge Cup, and there's been a few of these over the last few years, or many years, and in the last 4 seasons the country boys have taken the trophy away. The Amos today, hopefully you're going to get that one back. But the games that I've seen, the country Under-19, every time that I've done a game for them, it's been a really good, hard, strong game of football, Sam, and they certainly are up to the task. And there's some tall players out there for the country today, as well as there are for the Amos. And for the Holmes Glen Amateurs, Ned Reeves obviously is going to start in the middle with Kai Beveridge. Zimmerman's in there as well. Geordie Nagel will start in the middle and Charlie Thompson. So that's the middle of the ground. And as we said, the amateurs, the Holmesland amateurs to the left of screen or down to the southern end with this 6-goal breeze, you would imagine, in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like the country boys. They're going to go in the ruck with Kieran Jones, the boy from Maffra. They've got Darby Henderson, the Williamstown listed player there as well. They're going on with Sam James, and it looks like they're also going to have Bradley Whitford starting there, just to give them a bit of a start. And it's going to be an uphill battle to start with for the country boys. It's all about nullifying the beginning of this match and not letting the amateurs get away from them.
So just about all in readiness, Sam, for the game to get underway down here. The Under-19 Challenge Cup down here at Mars Stadium in Ballarat. And take it away, Sam.
We're ready to go. Players and musician, and umpire gets us up and running, flying high there. Was Jones, couldn't quite get the knockdown for the country. Coming through there was Thompson, the captain of the amateurs, locked up between a few players in the centre of the ground, ping-ponging between a couple of them. Tough and scrappy footy early in these conditions. Finally, the ball does come free and it goes forward through Beveridge, sending the ball towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. Coming across nicely there was the country defender, just knocking it towards the boundary line. Looks like it was Harris there, just getting a fist in there, knocking it towards on the outer side. And we'll get the ball in. Half-forward flank for the amateurs. Back in the field of play, taking front position there and winning it down was Reeves. Tough footy this afternoon in these cold, blustery and wet conditions in Ballarat. It's going to be locked up on the half-forward flank for the amateurs, and we'll get a ball up.
Yes, Sam, I don't think we'll have a high-scoring game down here today. Blustery conditions, the mizzle has set in again down here. They're about 60 out from the Holmesland amateur goals, and Zimmerman tried to arrest the football, but he can't. The country go forward, up towards half-back. No one can take the mark. A handball came out the side here, and Breen was close to the boundary line, and a free kick is going, or has it gone over the line?
It's gone over the line. I think we'll get a ball in.
And a ball in. So Reeves and Jones out there. Reeves for the Amos and Jones for the country. Up they go, and Reeves palms it down to Beveridge at front. Now Thompson gets there as well. Going across him was Brazisi. And again, we'll have another ball in. Outer side of the ground, we're on the members stand side here of Mars Stadium. And the Holmesland amateurs kicking down towards the southern end, or the northern end of Mars Stadium. Reeves won that one down again. Beveridge got in the way, and once again it goes over the boundary line, and we'll have a ball in as Brazisi once again sees it over. So outer side of the ground, no score yet. We've gone 2 minutes into the first term.
And so far, all the play on the outer side as we can get the ball back into the field of play. About 55 from goal. Ball brought in. One down this occasion by Jones towards that boundary line. Country trying to clear. Quick kick come there from Brazisi and sends it down the line. Mark should be taken and is. Nice mark taken there by the country on the outer side. Looks like it's Floyd.
Scanlon, I think.
Scanlon. Sorry, my apologies. Knocking it down the line. Big punch coming from the side there. Looks like it was getting across. It was Max Martin with the fist, and we'll get a ball in centre wing on the outer side. Virtually opposite from our commentary position here at the Marvellous Mars Stadium. We'll get a ball in virtually centre wing. We've played 2.5 minutes in the opening term. Ball back into the field of play. Reeves takes front position once again. Quick handball coming from the country at the back. Trying to get involved in there was Richards. Umpires picked out a high tackle. Free kick is going the way of Vic Country. And they can set up for centre wing on the outer side. Long ball going to go towards the half-forward flank. Scallon's the direct target. Reeves plonking himself down across half-back. Couldn't quite take the mark. And diving in there, looks like it was Martin getting on the bottom of the pack, and we'll get a ball up in between the half-forward flank position and centre wing on the outer side for the country.
So we've gone 3.5 minutes in this first term. No score to either side of the Under-19 Challenge Cup down here between the Holmesland Amateurs and Energy Safe Victorian Country team. Ball on the outer side again, and Beveridge gets another handball. He got it away to Reeves. They go forward again. Fist down by Owens. The ball hits the deck. Barnett there, as well as Harris for the country. They work it out to the outer side. Jones sees it over, and we'll have a ball in again. So play stagnant. Outer side of the ground, centre wing. Breeze blowing down to the northern end, That's the end in which the Holmesland Amateurs are kicking in this first quarter. We've gone just on 4 minutes into it, and neither side has scored. Jones palms it down. Nah, nearly a kick away in the end by the Ammos there in Nagle. It didn't go too far though. Still scrappy. Ball on the deck. Henderson for the Country worked it out. A kick away there by Shilk. It goes towards the boundary line and get out of bounds on the full they're calling for. The boundary umpire's a fair way away. And he now gathers it and will have another ball in. 4.5 gone, first quarter in the Under-19 Challenge Cup. No score to either side. The Holmes-Glen Amateurs up against the Energy Safe Victoria Country.
And we're back on the way, centre wing, knocked down by Reeves. Coming through there was Beveridge, just couldn't quite find the football. Now the Country take it away. Quick kick coming forward from the captain and Carlin. Flying high, and a good fist coming from the back there was from Connolly, but didn't quite clear the space. Sweeping handball coming there from James. Picked off by the Amateurs. Scrappy footy at the moment. Getting involved, and there was Nagel, but couldn't quite find a man on the outer side for the VFAA. Back underway, and the ball should be locked up on the other side, and it is, in between the half-forward flank and centre wing for Vic Country. And the umpire will clear a bit of space and gets back underway. He does. One down towards Thompson. Couldn't quite get a handle on the slippery conditions. Ball quite greasy, but Thompson goes once again, and the Amateurs work it towards, now inside 50. Cleverly knocked on there by Seckle, but at the back though it's all Country. Slipping as he kicked, turned over, handball over the top by the Amateurs. Should be opening goal of the game, and it is. And it's coming through Sean Lovell with a little finish on the outside of the boot. And the opening goal here at the 5.5 minute mark has gone the way of the Holmes-Glen Amateurs. They are 1 goal straight 6, leading the Energy Safe Vic Country side by 1 goal 6-0.
So Sean Lovell kicks the first of the day, and Dylan Harris there, Josh Harris there for the Country. He slipped over. He was going to kick. He slipped on the surface. The grass is really short here, and there's been a bit of rain down here, so it is rather slippery on top, and he found that out. And it opened the door for Lovell, and the Holmes-Glen Amateurs get the first of the day. Here's Reeves out of the middle again. He tried to follow up that work. Brazisi goes to ground, and he brings in a good tackle. And Leahy's man on the deck, and will have a ball up. That was Ramiro getting up. So ball travels about 10 metres towards the Ammos goal again, down towards the northern end. Reeves got it down. Thompson there held on to. No free kick, still in the centre. Henderson tried to work it out. Still Dryer in there as well. Over the top. Somehow it'll come out. Handball Barnett, and he found his teammate out wide here in King, who got it back to Barnett for the Ammos. A kick here to Reeves. The two St Kevin's boys combine. They find Thompson, who goes towards the forward pocket. It goes off the side of the boot. It nearly travels outside. Zimmerman, he tried to keep it in. He couldn't do so. Shilk sees it over. And inside the 50-metre arc down here at the Ammos end, we'll have another ball in.
Yeah, it looks like in the forward 50 here, the goal kicker Lovell is going to take the stoppage here for the Ammos up against Casey, and we're back underway. Country going to be able to clear though with a quick kick down the line. Good setup behind the ball here by the Amateurs, but they just can't quite get a handle on these greasy conditions. Might be one below the knees there. Free kick should be picked out and will go the way of, looks like there it's going to be Yorgi, and a left foot kick will send it inside 50, but over the back, dropping the mark, should have probably taken there for the Country. He's given away a free kick as well. No? Yes, he has. The umpire's just confused me. They're pointing the wrong way, but it will be a free kick, and it is going to go the way
of Barnett, I think you'll find here, Sam.
Just falling in the back of Barnett, which means he has an opportunity to shoot from goal, and about 30 metres out on a slight angle, but should just start nicely at the right-hand goalpost, and the breeze-ish will do the work for him. Barnett comes in with his very slow and deliberate approach from about 30 from goal with no real angle to speak of. Kick is on its way, and he puts it right over the goal umpire's hat. And a couple of opening goals are going the way of the Holmes-Glen Amateurs this morning. My apologies, 2 goals straight, 12 lead the Energy Safe Vic Countryside, who are still yet to score after 8.5 minutes of football.
So 2 to the Ammos, and a Barnett featuring there. He is a backman for St Kevin's, and his teammate in Ned Reeves playing in the ruck. So they've been combining early in this first quarter. Ball back into the middle, so it's an uphill battle at the moment here for the Country boys, as the Ammos are making the much of they can, and most of they can with the breeze. Henderson, he's wrapped up in a tackle inside the centre circle. That was a good one by Delizio, and we'll have another ball up thrown inside the centre circle. Couple of metres towards the Emmos goal. Reeves got it down, a kick away. Country go forward for one of the very first times of the afternoon, but the Emmos will bring it back, and Hodges, a beautiful handball, goes towards the boundary line. Martin in hot pursuit. Here's Barnett though. Brought to ground, no, got rid of the handball to Martin, who had to get rid of it again. Back to Hodges, who goes a high up and under kick towards the boundary line. Scanlon tried to see it over. Now the Country boys through Richards. Work it back to centre wing. Oh, nearly a real big clash of bodies, and Romero on the end of it for the Emmos. He goes down towards centre half forward. Owens couldn't take the mark. Nearly a high tackle laid here on Walters. Umpire didn't see it. He didn't pay it. Romero a handball. He got it to Thompson, who's brought to ground in a good tackle by Byrne. And inside the 50-metre arc for the Emmos, will have a ball up.
Yes, as the sun does poke through for the first time this morning here at Mars Stadium in Ballarat, and we're going to get back underway just inside 50. One down on that occasion there by Jones. Quick kick almost coming away from there by Nagel, and the ball has just travelled towards the centre of the ground here for the Vic Country, trying to wheel it forward, but they just can't. Coming through there nicely there was Delizio, but he couldn't get quite quick kick coming there by Zimmerman to the full forward position. Dropping the mark in defence once again was the Country, but they'll be able to clear. Kick there from Floyd was partially smothered, and the ball was gone towards the boundary line. And in the end, it's going to be probably locked up between a few players, about 35 metres out, tucked up in the the right forward pocket for the VFA amateurs. And we'll get a ball umpire clearing a bit of space. 10.5 minutes gone in the opening term. One down once again, but a quick kick clearing defence by Floyd. Taking a ball might come straight back though, but a good tackle applied looks like there by Newman means we'll get a ball up on the 50-metre arc towards the Home Glen amateurs end.
So it's all Emmos at the moment. 2 straight 12. The Country yet to score. We've gone just on 11 minutes. 70 out from the Emmos goal to the northern end of the Mars Stadium in this first term. Now, can the Country get clear? No, Huggard for the Emmos. Oh, gee, I tell you what, coming through there strongly for the Emmos was Kingley. Cleaned up his opponent, but he missed him. Now a high tackle laid, and a free kick is going to go the way of the Country here. And
looks like it's Bailey Breen there is going to be the beneficiary of the football.
So Breen to take it. He's in the middle of the ground. He goes to James. He marks on his chest before Hodges gets there. So first time inside the 50-metre arc here for the Country at the southern end of the ground they go. No one can take the mark. Scanlon, bottom of the pack, got the handball up, but only as far as Ramiro. He's well shepherded in the end there, and Ramiro gets his kick away to centre wing. It goes over the line out of play. Lovell sees it over with Harris, and we'll see a ball in. So sun's starting to peek through. We've gone just on 12 minutes in this first term. The Emmos lead at 2 straight 12 to the Country yet to score. And the Emmos kicking with, we would say, about a 6-goal breeze in this first quarter.
We get the ball back into field play, centre wing on the outside. One down there by Jones. But really no one in particular. And the amateurs are able to knock it towards the half-forward flank. In front there, looks like it was Beveridge. Couldn't quite get free. Quick handball coming at the back. Here's Henderson. Couldn't quite get clear for the Country. Went again. Handball over the top. Now they try to work it by foot. Quick kick coming there from Floyd down the line. Big fly at the back. Almost bring it down was Newman. Ball at the, trying to come out the back here are the amateurs. In the middle towards Martin. He left it behind. Henderson applying a good tackle for the Country. And in the end, the umpire's going to say, give it to me and I will ball it up. Just in between the middle of Mars Stadium here and the outer side. Ball being played completely on the outer side of the ground from a broadcast position, with the breeze heavily assisting that. Back underway, one down by Jones once again for the Country. They're trying to send it inside 50. Bit of a scrap in the middle. Coming through there was Small, but he couldn't quite pick up the football for the Country. And in the end, the umpire's going to have to say, I will throw it up in the middle of Mars Stadium here. Played 13.5 minutes, still 2 goals straight, 12. That's the Home Glen amateurs leading the Energy Safe Big Country under 19s who yet to score.
And Yorgi up and running after he was collected in that marking contest only moments ago that maybe should have been a free kick into the back to him because his opponent just went straight over the top. But anyway, he's up and he's about. And Byrne gets the free kick as the sun comes out again down here at Mars Stadium in Ballarat. He goes out wide, he goes too wide, and Breen couldn't reel that one in for the Country and will have a ball in. Richards coming on the ground and Whitford coming back on the ground for the Country boys. Lachlan Harris for the Holmes Lenamos just waiting his turn to come on the ground, but it's on the outer side of the ground. We've gone 14 minutes first terms, 2 straight goals, 12. The Holmes Len Amateurs to the Energy Safe Victorian Country team yet to score. And once again, ball stagnant on the outer side of the ground. Somehow it's come out, but once again, the umpire says, give it to me. I'll ball this one up. So they've been inside 50 once so far, the Country, in this first term. It's all been the Amos with the breeze, but they've only got 2 goals with it. And Whitford tries a kick off the ground. It didn't work there for the Amos. Kick around the body. It goes out here towards Newham. He goes towards the boundary, and then it's picked off here by Huggard for the Amos. He comes into Martin on hands and knees. Handball straight up here towards Yorgie, in trouble. Scanlon nearly had him. Yorgie had to get rid of it, and he does. Amos are on the move. Commentary side, they come towards centre wing. It'll come out to Delizio. He has to break a tackle. He goes back to Martin. From a standing start, he's got no one to give it to. Now he dishes it off. Handball finds Hodges, who goes forward with a wobbly kick. It found Reeves on the chest, and he takes the mark, 70 out from goal. He goes long as he possibly can, down towards full forward. It goes over Thompson's head. Racing back with him is DeGuide. It goes towards the boundary line. Has it stayed in? No. Thompson tried to keep it in, but Stooldryer saw it over. And we'll have a ball in about 25 metres around from the Amateurs' goal, attacking to the northern end of Mars Stadium with the breeze in this first term.
Just showing a bit more composure at the moment, the Amateurs, and that's why they are leading this match 2 goals straight to nothing. Back underway, quick kick was partially smothered from there, coming from Romero. Ball going towards the boundary line. The Country will happily see that over the line, and maybe a call for a push in the back, but the umpire saying nothing doing. We're going to ball in on the outer side, just inside 50. About 35 out from goal, the ball will be brought back into the field of play. And once again, we'll have the battle between Reeves and Jones. Jones wins it down, knocks it towards the boundary line, looking for Nick Stooldryer, but he can't quite get there. And again, we'll get another ball in, locking inside defensive 50 at the moment, the Country.
It's a big ground, Sam. You've got all of the players down at the Amos end of the ground, half of the ground. No players inside the 50-metre arc at all for the Country.
And we're back underway. Jones winging it down, quick handball, and a kick trying to come out of there from Henderson. Eventually the ball does spill through from the pack. Handball over the top, trying to find a man, knocked on cleverly there by Bring, and a quick kick by the Country into that vacant middle of the ground where it is all the Amateurs, and they should be able to raffle between a couple of them with good pressure applied there. Coming from Floyd, handball over top by the Amateurs towards Yorgie, and another great tackle was applied. Yorgie goes again, maybe got one over the shoulder. Umpire says it was. Free kick and advantage was taken there by Nagel, and the ball was sent inside 50 by the Amateurs, and good use shown once again, and Seckel takes the mark inside 50, about 45 metres out. On a tight angle, he'll go back and line up for his first major of the afternoon.
Yeah, they're trying to apply some good tackles here, the Country boys, but they're getting over the shoulder too many times. They're doing their best, but they just can't hold on.
As Seckel comes in with the kick, starts at near side. The breeze should assist it coming back, but on this occasion, it just stays there. It's a minor score, 2-1-13. That is the Home Glen Amateurs leading the Vic Country, who are yet to score in this match after 17.5 minutes of football.
Good on you, Sam, and it's a blustery breeze down here today. Blustery, well, you know Ballarati's a blustery breeze area. Kick back in, wasn't a real good one. Opens the door here for Reeves. He sees the handball. He goes out wider here, and the kick along the ground by Seckel. But it's been touched on the line, and it goes through for a minor score, so they pepper away again. 2-2-14, the Holmes Glen Amateurs. Energy Safe Victorian Country side yet to score, and once again, James to do the Stooldryer to do the kicking back in. He goes out as long as he can, no mark taken. Trying to claim it there was Seckel. Umpire had no piece of that. And 60 out from the Amateurs goal will have a ball in the air. Might be bouncing it. Too slippery. He'll throw it in the air. Up it goes. Lovell won that one down. Now Zimmerman tried to charge through. He nearly made it. He nearly got a kick in, but he was brought to ground in the end there by James. And again, inside the 50-metre arc for the Emos. Ball thrown in the air. Lovell didn't get there in time. Kick away there by Owens inside the 50-metre arc for the Emos. Ball hits the deck. Players go in. It came out. Did it? Or tried to. Zimmerman was there. Now Shield gets a short kick. James there. Harris there for the Country. Somehow they'll work it out here through Stooldryer. No, he lost possession of it. They get it back again, the Country. But a free kick's been paid out of that. And it will go Zimmerman's way here for the amateurs.
Yeah, not much Still Driver could have really done there. Stood up at the tackle, tried to get the hands free, tried to do the right thing, but I guess an incorrect disposal was adjudicated by umpire, and the right call was made, and Zimmerman has the opportunity to line up for his first major from the afternoon from just inside the paint.
Hasn't troubled the scorers so far today, but he's been a busy little worker. Zimmerman comes from 52 metres, puts it on its way. That's pretty good, and he's hit the post.
Great strike of football coming there from Zimmerman, but as you said, slamming into the woodwork there. And it looks like Still Driver will be continuing to do the kicking in duties for the Vic Country as they set up somewhat of a huddle at the centre half back position. They spread now, and he wants to come broadcast side this time. His direct target on this occasion will be Scallon, and he's able to take the mark on his chest. The only player out there this afternoon in the long sleeves. Makes it nice and easy for us, but that kick is just straight off the outside of the boot, out on the full. Free kick going the way of the amateurs and going the way of Harris. And he wants to play on immediately. Harris goes for a run, 75 out from goal, sends a wobbly one inside 50. Should be turned over though. Good handball there coming from Scallon, making up from his mistake a little bit earlier. And now the Country try to work it off half back. Short kick finds a target, and over the top they go. This is Carlin sending it down the line.
Oh,
couple of amateurs playing spoil each other. Noble gets in there for the Country, is able to lock it up centre wing, but looks like it was Yorgi coming across there, spoiling his own teammate there, Petchy.
Sure did, Sam, and wasn't real good play by them. Lovell goes up, tried to win it down. He did. A kick away there by Hicks for the Ammos. Into the middle of the ground, but it opened the door here for Shilg. Away he goes for the Country. He goes as long as he can. Yorgi eyes for the football, but a good mark. Hodges, as he held on to it, umpire said no. He dropped it. He's held on to now by Breen, and 52 out from the Country goal. Will have a ball up. Gee, that was well played there by Hodges. Thought he nearly reeled that one in. Reeves got a hand onto it. Kick along the ground. Zimmerman there. Goes in and under. Tried to work it out. He can't. Hicks there just waiting down for it. Henderson there for the Country. It flicked out the side to Martin. Handball. Kick away Ramiro. He goes down towards Hicks for Harrison. He takes the mark. Handball to Barnett. He can go all of the way here. Down to full forward, and the mark's been taken by Seckel. He'll go back and he'll put this one through for the Ammos, third of the afternoon, because he's directly in front.
Yeah, great transition football there by the Ammos, and end-to-end sort of stuff, and should be capped off here with the goal by Seckel.
Hasn't troubled the scorers today. He's been in the thick of things here. Seckel, he puts it on its way, does a miss from there, and that's their third of the day. So the Holmes Glen Amateurs go into 3-3-21 at the 21.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Leading the energy safe Victorian Countryside yet to score, and that is 22 minutes gone in this first quarter. And as we said, Sam, probably a 6-goal breeze.
Yeah,
and they've had 6 shots into it. A couple of those have been rushed, but 3-3. That still opens the door for the Country boys to see what they've got with the breeze in the second.
Yeah, if I was Damon Sexton, I wouldn't be too disappointed as the umpires picked out a free kick for too many people in the square. It looks like it's going to go the way of the Country in there. Ruckman there in case he will be back underway. He'll send a long ball inside 50. High one in these breezy conditions. At the back, they're trying to impact the contest was Newman. Couldn't quite find the football. Trying to clear with the Ammos. Putting his head down, looking for Small. Quick kick coming forward by Henderson. Wobbly one in the direction there. A Scallon punched away. Quick kick out of the fence come from Romero. Just to a vacant space on the outer side where the runners coming to get there first for the Country. Looking like there's Benson. Couldn't quite get there, and the ball's towards the boundary line. Good pressure applied there by Harris, and the ball goes out of play, and we're going to ball in virtually opposite from our commentary position there here on the outer side. 23 minutes now have surpassed in the opening term. 3-3-21. That's the Home Glen Amateurs leading the Country, who are yet to score in the opening term.
So 23 gone, as Sam said, thrown back in. Mizzle starts to appear again outside. Pick up there by Thompson. Handball. He heard the call. He gave the handball. A kick inside the middle of the ground. It goes towards the half, the 50-metre arc. Scanlon down at the back line now. Barnett had an attack of the fumbles. Martin put his head in over the footy. So did his opposition man in Newham. They go to ground. We'll have a James. It was. Will go to ground and we'll have a ball up. Newham it was. Indeed it was. And we'll have a ball up as Yorgi is the last man to get up inside the 15-metre arc for the Yamos. Thrown in the air, palm down, picked off there by Hicks. He goes with a high up and under kick down towards full forward. Lovell fisted away. It found Shilg, who goes towards the outer side of the ground. Race on in earnest, and Nagel will get there first here for the Yamos. Handball over the top, he finds King. He goes back to Nagel from a standing start, 70 out from goal, down to full forward. Lovell there, Seckel there again, and Seckel takes the mark on his chest directly in front of goal.
Yeah, once again, Seckel just getting at the back, and he's just a bit too big for the country defence at the moment. Harris is having an awful time with him in defence 50 in the opening term. Real handful.
So looking for his second of the day. Starris Seckel comes in, puts it on its way, and makes no mistake. 4-3-27, the Holmes Glen Amateurs in this first quarter, leading the energy safe Victorian countryside. Yet to score. We've gone 24 and a half minutes in this first term, Sam. And as we said, 6-goal breeze. They've kicked 4 with it, the Yamos.
Yeah, the country will just be trying to take the positives and, you know, going into their quarter time address and think, well, the amateurs are going about the right way. They've used the breeze well. They've kicked the ball long, and they've been able to hit up their targets as well. So they should show a bit of composure here, not let the opening term get completely away from them.
Correct.
We'll get back underway here. Flying high, winging down was Reeves. Handball over top there coming from Thompson, and Beveridge will send the ball inside 50 for the amateurs. Once again, bouncing ball towards the left forward pocket, and the numbers are with the country here. Quick kick coming forward from Scallon, trying to clear the 50. Running through there, looks like it is Shilg who's knocked it towards the boundary line. We'll get a ball in between centre wing and the half-forward flank on the broadcast side for the Home Glen Amateurs. We will get a ball in. Once again, Reeves will do battle this time with Casey, and the ball brought back in. One down, taken away there by Diggins. Couldn't quite find a man. The country's kick was smothered going forward. Kick coming from Noble. Now sent forward by, looked like it was there from Romero. Mark was taken there by James.
Blood rule here too, Sam.
Yes, and play will leave the field. It looks like it was Casey, and he'll just get a little bit of treatment as he enters the bench. Now, half-back flank, broadcast side. This is Sam James. Short kick's a poor one. Should be cut off. Ball going to be sent back inside 50 by Delizio to a dangerous area. I was looking, I think, once again for Seckel, but it was punched through for a minor score. 4-4-28 here. That is the amateurs leading the Vic Country. He's still yet to score after 26 minutes of football.
So 7 shots to 0. The Holmes Glen Amateurs have the lead. They've had all of the play, all of this quarter. 26 gone in the first. And with the breeze, they've kicked 4-3-27, the Yamos, and they're looking okay doing it. Here's Delizio. Kick around the body, didn't go too far. Putting his head over the footy there is Diggins for the Yamos. He's trying to win the football out. He can't because he's well tackled, brought to the ground, and will have a ball up. So 52 metres out from the Yamos goal, attacking to the northern end of Mars Stadium, the Dalesford end basically. A kick along the ground, and once again, Stacks on the mill develop, and the umpire says give it to me, we'll ball this one up. So we're going to have persistent mizzle through the day. It's not heavy rain, the ground's in really good order. Slippery on top naturally, very short grass. Here's Beveridge. Haven't seen too much of him so far on the opening quarter. He goes to full forward. Nearly a mark there by Seckel. He brought it to ground. Now a chance here for Henderson for the country in trouble. Had to get rid of it quickly. They couldn't. Yorgie ends up with it. He goes back to full forward. No one at home except Harris. And he takes the mark in the last line of defence.
And he can load up for out of defence for the country. Got men breaking to the broadcast side, and that's where he heads. The big man is his intended target, but it's going to be cut off, and it's just a bit too easy at the moment for the amateurs. Just harder at the contest. I think taking the mark there once again is Seckel, and he can line up for his 30 if he can go back from right on the paints. Right behind this kick on a 45-degree angle. He'll shoot right on 50 here. Will Seckel.
He's kicked 2 so far from Old Halebury in the amateur competition.
And he'll come in, starts his approach on goal from 50, kicks on its way. The breeze catches that one, and it's gone to the near side. Minor score there, 4-4-28 is the score now. That is the VFA amateurs leading the Energy Safe Vic Countryside, who's still yet to score after 28 minutes of football.
Famous name at Old Halebury, the Seckel name.
As we're back underway, Schuldry goes towards the outer side, and a mark is intercepted and taken, and no, hands in the back, says the umpire. Free kick going the other way of the country on the outer side, half-back flank. Can work it short. Decided to go longer. Intended target there is looking for Newen, and he takes the mark. He wants to wheel around immediately, send a wobbly ball towards the half-forward line. Looking for Breen. Couldn't quite get a handle on it in the blustery conditions. Applies a pretty good tackle, though, and we should get a ball up on the half-forward flank on the outer side for the Dick Country, who are heading towards the southern end of the ground and still yet to score in this opening term.
Yeah, so the Emmos are just shutting the Country boys down at the moment everywhere they go, every step they take. Here's Ramiro, a handball up. He found Barnett, who tries to clear Delizio. He tries to clear, he does. He goes down to Scanlon, though. Oh, he had to look behind. The traffic was coming, and Secker was one of them. Now Beveridge, 50 out from goal, goes to full forward and kicked it. Well, we've seen him do that at St Bees in the Emmos. Kai Beveridge is a good little player. I said only moments ago, we haven't seen much of him. I don't think we need to with skills like that. He picked it up, he put it on the boot from 52 metres directly in front and kicked the Emmos fifth of the afternoon and his first. They go into 5-3-33. The Holmes Glen Amateurs and Energy Safe Victorian Country side are yet to score, and we've gone 28 and a half minutes in this first term, and a real good goal from Kai Beveridge for the Emmos.
Back underway here, knocked forward once again by the Amateurs, but coming through there was their captain in Thompson. He jumped on by a couple Country midfielders, and in the end the umpire's going to have to probably come in and ball this one up, you can imagine. Move just a few metres away towards the northern end and from the centre of the ground, and we'll get another ball up. And we're back underway here. The big men continue their battle. One down once again, this time by Jones. But at the back, all the numbers well. Slipping is trying to kick there. Breen created a bit of trouble. Handball coming from the back there from Richards. Found a teammate there in Henderson. He's kicked into the man, but he's still able to get it back. Here's Henderson and gives it back to a teammate there in Richards. He sends a wobbly one towards the half-forward flank. Punch from behind. Handball coming from Breen to the half-forward flank. Went without it, and the umpire says... Now they're coming together. He's put the hands up with signal time off, which must mean it is quarter time.
Well, we never heard the siren go, so obviously we can't hear the siren up in here, but the siren has gone. So that does end the first quarter down here in the Under-19 Challenge Cup between AFL Victoria, between Energy Safe Victoria Country and the Holmes Glen Amateurs. And at quarter time, the Holmes Glen Amateurs, with that 6-goal breeze we said in that first term that they kicked with, have kicked 5. 5-3-33. Energy Safe Victorian Countryside are yet to score. That's at quarter time, and Sam, the goal kickers to quarter time.
Yeah, for the Home Glen Amateurs, there's 2 goals to Seckle and then singles to Beveridge, Barnett and Lovell. So, no, of course, no goal scorers for the Country as they've failed to register a major so far.
Okay, they hardly went forward. They probably went inside their 50-metre arc about 3 times, the Country boys. The Emmos went in plenty of times. They had 8 shots in the goal. And a good positive start for them, looking at the representative football, looking at their 4th win in rep football within the month. So we'll take a short break here down at Mars Stadium. Big crowd making their way out onto the ground here for the quarter time address. And we'll be back soon with the start of the second quarter.
Welcome back here to the AFL Victoria Under-19 Challenge Cup clash between the Energy Safe Vic Country and the Homeland Under-19 VAFA, and we have a correction in scores. It's 5-5-35 to the Homeland managers, leading the way over Vic Country. Still yet to score, but they now are going to go towards the northern end, Petchy, and they hope they can, for their sake, to make a bit of a game for us, for everyone who's here, because we've got a pretty decent crowd in. They want to see a competitive one, and hopefully they can make a bit of a game of it going towards the northern end now.
Absolutely, and it'll be interesting to see how they line up again in the middle. Reeves is still there, and Jones will go with him, as they did at the start of the game. Scanlon's been a busy player for the country. He's been down, back and up forward, so he's now starting down forward, so he's going to go down to full forward for the country. Burns going down there with him as well.
Yeah, he looks like one of their likely prospects to actually, make a difference and really be the one to make a contest of. If they can get the ball in long, like the VAFA were able to do, and towards Seckle, they can do repeat the dose towards Scullin. I reckon they can easily make a bit of a contest out of this one.
So let's see what happens. 5-5-35, the Holmes Glen Amateurs up against the Energy Safe Victorian Countryside, yet to score. And umpire just waiting for spectators to get off the oval, and there goes the siren. We never heard that at the end of the first quarter, but here's Sam Young with the start of the second term down here at Mars Stadium.
And we're underway. Knocking forward there was Jones for the Vic Country. Coming through there was Barnett, went without it for the Amateurs. Ball at the back, trying to break the tackle there was Jepson, went without it. Over the top for Noble. Ball trickled inside 50 now for the Country. Off the deck goes Diggins towards the outer side, vacant outer side, where the ball should be picked up there by Benson. Looks at the back, finds a teammate slip through his fingertips in these greasy conditions, but they've got plenty of time. Kick over the top should find DeGuig, and he takes the mark in the centre of Mars Stadium. Load up, sends a long ball inside 50, looking for that danger man in Scullin. It's just slightly over his head, coming through there. Looking for the football is Byrne. Gets the kick away towards the tip of the goal square, fading back in the end. It's going to go through for a minor score. And they're on the board here, the Vic Country, in the opening minute. As a little bit of a wrong steer comes through the FX mic here, where they've got their first score of the afternoon. And they trail by 34 points here at Mars Stadium.
So that was positive by them out of the middle. Now the breeze hasn't abated. It's still about a 6-goal breeze that the Yamos are kicking into. Fist away by Brazisi from Thompson for the Yamos, who will have a ball in just outside the 50-metre commentary side, main grandstand side of the ground here at Mars Stadium, down at the northern end of the ground, the Dalesford end, as we look from our vantage point here. Boundary umpire about to throw the ball back in. Reeves and Jones will go at it again. They've gone most of the afternoon so far. Jones palms it down, didn't go too far. It goes towards the boundary line. Melville sees it over. And once again, we'll have another ball in, 55 metres out from the Country goal. Yet to score a major. We've played just on 2 minutes into this second quarter. 35 the Yamos, one behind the Country. Thrown back in and held up in the breeze. Delizio ended up on hands and knees trying to work it out. Reeves comes in to assist. He goes over James, gives him a hug and says, get up, and we'll ball this one up. So up it goes again. Reeves trying to bustle his way. Got it down to Ramiro. Now Thompson breaks clear. Got a kick but smothered over the line. And once again, another ball in exactly the same area for about the third time in about a minute.
Yeah, been good pressure applied here by the Country, just locking the ball in their attacking half. And now they can have a real opportunity as their ball will be thrown just slightly inside 50 to create their first major. One down there by Reeves. Big tackle applied without the football, and should be a free kick going the way to Country. A bit of push and shove, but an opportunity for the Country. Hit the scoreboard here through Lachlan Noble. The boy from South Barwon will go back, and he'll be kicking right on the paint on a 45-degree angle. We're right behind this kick, and he needs to start it at the right-hand goalpost, and hopefully the breeze will do the rest for him.
So we saw Beveridge at the end of that first term kick a goal from more directly in front, but about the same area.
So coming in, Noble from 50, sends it on its way, starts at the middle of the goals, and that breeze catches it, and it takes it all the way out in the full. Just didn't assess the conditions probably appropriately there, did Noble, and in the end fails to score at all from his kick.
That's tricky. That breeze is blustery. It's tricky out there. It's not blowing directly down the ground. It's just swirling around. So King to kick the ball back in for the Yamos. He comes towards commentary side. That'll drift out of play. And once again, a free kick's going to go the country's way, and Still Dryer will take it.
Yeah, once the ball comes this broadcast side, it's very hard to penetrate targets. The ball would, for both sides, would rather be on the outside. So it would be Still Driver to send a long ball inside 50, and in the end it's floated all the way over the back and should be rushed through by the Amateurs, and it is for a minor score. So they move now to 2 behinds, and they want to go quickly to the Amateurs on the other side. Handball over top was looking for a teammate, just left it behind for Huggard. Tough one for him to handle in the end. A big tackle applied by the country, and we'll get a ball up inside 50, about 35 metres out from goal. 2 behinds. That is Vic Country trailing the Amateurs who are 5-5, 35, 33 points the margin here. And we'll get the ball back up in the air right about now. Flying high, winger down there was Jones. And yeah, the Home Glen Amateurs should be able to lock it up here. Looking up the bottom of the pack there, it was Delizio, and we'll get another ball up inside 50. Once again, one down by Jones, coming through, and Noble trying to get involved once again for the country. And a bit of a stalemate inside 50, 3 or 4 balls up, about 35, 40 metres out from goal, means they're able to lock it in their defensive area, the Amateurs. And we're back underway. Reeves coming through. Quick kick by the country towards the tip of the goal square. Punch from the behind. Coming through out the back there is Yorgi. And he'll use that left foot kick over the top. Finds a teammate on the outside. And looks like it was Diggins who gave it to a teammate. His kick was a bit obscure towards down the line. Henderson trying to get in there for the country. Ball spilled at the back. Numbers are with the country around the contest. They just can't seem to find any clean disposal at the moment. Trying to get involved in there was Floyd. Ball ping-pong in between a couple of them. The quick kick off the deck goes inside 50. Once again, it's Yorgi in his defence trying to clear for the Amateurs. Slap one on, found a teammate. Quick kick around the body's a good one. Mark should be taken, it is. And now an opportunity for them to go forward through Romero on the outer side. Finds a loose man. Handball at the top's a good one. And they should be able to send this inside 50. Looking for the dangerous Seckle, bouncing ball inside 50. Seckle trying to get down low to pick the football up. Should be taken on. A big tackle was applied by De Guig, and we're going to get a ball in inside 50. But once again, great transition there coming from the Home Glen Amateurs.
So we've seen that ball move up the ground, something the country couldn't do in that first term. Clean possessions, thrown back in. Danger signs here for the country. If the Yamos get another one here, Diggins goes in short with the kick. It didn't go too far. Thompson had the ball ricochet away from him. It came back to Delizio. He goes towards full forward with a kick. They come out to meet it. Amos on the in the line here. Barnett goes into goal and he misses to the right. So first score is a minor one there for the Yamos. They go into 5-6-36. Leading the Energy Safe Victorian Countryside on 2 behinds, 2 points. And we've travelled just on 6.5 minutes in this second term.
Still Dry wants to come towards the broadcast side with the long ball. Slapped on there by Carlin, the captain, but it's going to be knocked away. Coming through was Casey, who's been bandaged up. That was taken off in the opening term. Through the fingertips of his intended target, Floyd. Broke one, got the kick around the body towards the half-forward flank. Bouncing ball. Intended target here will be Scallon. Knocked it to his advantage, but well checked there towards the boundary line by Yorgi, and we'll get a ball in on the half-forward flank broadcast side. With the play just being moved over to the broadcast side in this term compared to the opening one. And
plenty of interchange going, plenty of rotations too in this game early in this second term.
And we'll get back underway. Ball brought back into the field of play. Reeves won it down, was looking for Zinnerman. He just left it behind on this occasion. Bouncing between a couple there. Players lurking around the contest in there, Small and Schillig for the country. And in the end, Zinnerman's the one with the football at the bottom of the pack. And we'll get a ball up just inside 50, about 48 metres out from goal. And we're underway quickly again. Jones won it down to Henderson. Got the hands free nicely, but the umpire said he illegally disposed of the football, and it'll be a free kick away of the Home Glen Amateurs in their defensive 50. And it looks like the beneficiary is Jepson. So once the ball returns, he'll be able to load up for the Home Glen Amateurs from defensive 50. With all the players making their way to the broadcast side.
Yeah, well, they're not going to get much distance with this kick anyway. Jepson from the Carey, old Carey, is about to bring the game underway again. It holds up in the breeze. Centre wing, Reeves in front. Fist away at the back there by Seckle. It fell to ground. Chance Brazizi goes to the boundary line. Heard the call inside. Gave the handball to Carlin. Heard the call Harris. He gave the handball. Heard the call Walters. He gave the handball to Shilk, who gave it off to Whitford. And away they go here. The Country down towards full forward. It may bounce all of the way here. Or it may be kicked through. I don't know what's happened. Oh, it's been touched on the line, so he didn't get a boot to it. So Richards tried to get a boot to it. It looked like it was going to go all of the way. That was the best passage of play the Country have had so far today, and it only resulted in a minor score. 3 points. The Energy Safe Victorian Country side, the Ammos on 5-6-36. 9 minutes gone in this second term.
Yorgie's kick wasn't touched from the kick out, which resulted in a free kick, and now the Country can send inside 50 through Walters to the full forward position. Punch through from high score, getting a nice fist in there was Matthew King, and another minor score to the Country. 4 behinds they move to, trailing the Home Glen Amateurs, who are 5-6-36, a 32-point margin here. Once again, they'll come broadcast side. Will the Amateurs with a long ball. Big punch from the side coming through there was Harris, and the ball has gone inside 50 for the Country, but we'll get a ball in about 45 metres out from goal.
Gee, that was positive, that handball movement from the Country boys. Just bad luck, it just didn't result in a goal to finish off that good work. Thrown back in, up they go. Lovell won that one down. Zimmerman head over the footy, tried to beat a Jones tackle, couldn't. Henderson out the side, got the handball away there to Whitford, who goes to goal. Umpire's blown the whistle, and a free kick going Zimmerman's way. Yeah,
just held a little bit too long in the tackle on that occasion, did the Vic Country, and Zimmerman will be the beneficiary in his defensive 50.
Been a very busy player for the Holmes Glen Amateurs so far in the game today. Sun shining down here at Mars Stadium. Zimmerman goes as wide as he can to Connolly. He got a hand onto it, but the ball beat him over the line, and we'll have a ball in out of side about 54 metres around from the Country goal. They're attacking to the northern end, the Dalesford end at Mars Stadium. Favoured by the breeze, a swirling breeze, but it is favouring that end. Sun shining. The mizzle has dissipated, and the ball being thrown back in. Up they go. Casey palms it to the front of the pack. There was no one there for him, though. Country have to run onto it, but Lovell gets there first. Dispossessed. A good tackle laid on him by Breen, and Breen gets the free kick.
Yeah, great tackle there by Breen. He's been one of the ones who's worked really hard across the half-forward line for the Vic Country.
Correct. Their tackling has been okay, the Country. That was a good one. It dispossessed Lovell, and Breen, the recipient, to go back and hopefully, you would say, will kick their first of the afternoon.
Come in, and he'll shoot from probably just inside the paint here. Breen, steady approach. Kick is on its way. And it's always to the near side when you started that wide in there, and just scrapes it through for a minor score. 5 solitary behinds for the Energy Safe Vic Country under-19s to the Home Glen Amateurs, who are 5-6-36 leading the way. But I think the player in there looks like it might have been Yorgie doing the kick and juice, stood out of the square. So we'll get a ball at the top of the goal square here at the 11.5-minute mark. An opportunity deep inside 50 now for the Energy Safe Vic Country to get their first major of the afternoon. One down by them towards Scallon. Gets the kick around the body, but once again near side, minor score. Now 6 behinds to the Energy Safe Vic Country, who still trail by 30 points here at Mars Stadium. And they'll go short into the pocket. Mark was just taken there in defensive 50 by King. In his right back pocket, wants to play on, send it down the line. Big pack of players, off hands. Tackle is applied by the Vic Country, and he at the 12.5-minute mark will get a ball up. There's a little bit of push and shove as ensued here on the half-back flank, but we'll be back underway quickly. One down by Casey, taken away by the VAFA and by Thompson, but in the end the captain was roped up by the captain, and we'll get a ball up in between the half-back flank and centre wing on the broadcast side.
So it hasn't gone too far. 12.5 minutes in this second term, and a level out the side. Thompson was there, but the boundary line loomed with Henderson as well, and we'll have another ball in. 36 playing 6. Holmes Glen Amateurs have the lead over the Country, yet to score a goal. They've kicked 6 behinds, but they've been peppering away in this second term that's gone 13 minutes. Sun shining again. Up they go. Casey won it down. James at the bottom. Try to get rid of it. Yorgie holds him up. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball this one up about 80 metres out from the country goal. Thrown in the air again. Oh, gee, there's a free kick to Casey because Lovell's gone straight into his back over the top. He's hurt himself, and Casey ends up with a free kick. He goes long to full forward. Oh, chipping in there, Breen. He couldn't hold on to it. It was a good effort by him. It slapped out the back. Here's Yorgie being busy. A handball wasn't a real good one. It went to the bootlaces of Hodges, who's tackled and brought to ground by Byrne for the country. And 30 metres out from the country goal, commentary side in the pocket will have a ball in the air. Thrown in the air, up it goes. Reeves wins that one down. It ricocheted away there. Now a chance for Casey on hands and knees to work it out. He can't. Stacks on the mill develop. Ramiro puts his body, Hicks puts his body in for the Ammos, but he can't go anywhere. And once again in front of goal for the country. We'll have the ball thrown in. 14 minutes gone. Country yet to score a goal. They're close to doing it. Yorgie just brings it back in underneath him. Again, umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball this one up about 25, 26 metres out from the country goal. Attacking with the breeze in this second term. Down to the Dalesford end or northern end of the ground. Handball, a loose one. It came out the side here. No one could really take it. Zimmerman puts his body in. Breen there as well. Flicks out the side. Chance here for Nagel. He goes towards Owens, who handball back towards the country. It came in towards Casey. Barnett overran it. It flicks out the side here. Now a chance for them through Benson. He then lost it inside the 50-metre arc. Ball on the deck still. Handball out from Melville. Ricochet here, Barnett. Handball, a high tackle on him. And Barnett will take the free kick for the Ammos. They had to work hard for that one, but Sam gets it.
Yeah, great call there, Petchy, as the ball could be coming towards the broadcast side once again. Yorgie's got plenty of space in the half-back line. He can go short and find Martin. About 80 out from his defensive goal on the broadcast side. Martin assesses his options and sides. The slam one down the line. Reeves is his intended target. The big man flies. Couldn't quite bring it down. Bottom of the pack there is Owens. Coming through the country. A big tackle applied by the captain and Charlie Thompson in the end. We will get a ball up directly in front of us here in the broadcast wing. Here at the lovely Mars Stadium. 15.5 minutes have surpassed in the second term, and we're back underway. Another big tackle applied by the Home Glen Amateurs, and really close to the boundary line. The umpire will have to throw one up in the air once again. In the hands there on the pack there was Sam James, who was wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire will clear a bit of space and bring it out from the boundary line a little. We're back underway. Casey and Reeves do battle. Reeves knocked towards that boundary line, and in the end the Amateurs were happy to see it over the line. And once again, the ball's travelled just about 5 or 6 metres from centre wing towards the southern end of the ground, towards the Amateurs' attacking end. And we'll get another ball back into the field play, this time a boundary throw-in at the 16.5-minute mark of the second term. Over the head of both ruckmen, coming through there was Zinnerman. Got boots the ball, tried to slap it to his own advantage, but the don't argue there was James. Took him on, threw it away, holding the ball. Free kick going the way of the Home Glen Amateurs and the way of Zinnerman. He's had plenty of it. Looks around, wants to send the ball inside 50 with a long ball. Punched from behind by the country and by DeGuy. Underground handball was a good one, a quick kick coming from the country. Zinnerman's backing back with courage. Scallon was coming through, made a fist of it. Slapped it to his own teammate in James. Got a quick kick towards the centre of Mars Stadium. Coming through there and lovely done by Nagel. Handball was a sweeping one, looking for his captain in Thompson. Broke the one tackle and got the handball away. Out wide was Barnett. Found a teammate there in Diggins. Diggins sends it towards the half-forward flank. Good looking kick, and the mark is taken there by Delizio. 55 from goal, too far out to score against this breeze towards the southern end. Looks short into the pocket. He had Barnett if he wanted. Decided to go wider towards Beveridge, and in the end, his kick's gone out on the full. 5-6-36. There's the Home Glen Amateurs leading the way to just 6 behinds of the Energy Safe Fit Countryside here after 17.5 minutes.
Yeah, just hard to work that ball into the breeze. The country found it hard in the first quarter. Now the Ammos are finding it difficult in the second. Ball came to Schlig out of that kick in. It came further back to Carlin, the captain for the countryside, and he's right down in the goal square, down in defence. Oh, he goes in short with a kick. It nearly came unstuck, and Whitford's taken it. for the Countryside. He brings it out long and wide as far as he can through the hands of De Guida. Goes towards the boundary line. Gorman sees it over and will have a ball in. So the Yamos working into the breeze. They're doing it okay, but they're failing to score. They've only scored one behind so far in this second term, and 6 behinds to the Country in this second term. Casey palms it down, kick away. Not a real good one there by James. He get a boot onto it. Zimmerman, again, these are his conditions. Goes out towards Beveridge, who goes back towards Zimmerman. He had to wait for it. Harris was there. It came back to Beveridge. A kick along the ground. He was out and over anyway. We'll have a ball in. So being an old Brightonian here, Zimmerman, down by the bay he plays. He's football. And he'll be used to these sort of wintry, blustery, wet conditions. And he's had a real good game so far. 55 out from the Amos goal. Reeves palms it down. Zimmerman there again. And once again, we'll have ball brought to ground. A good tackle laid and another ball up. We've gone 19 minutes in this second term. The Holmes Glen Amateurs lead 5-6-36. The Energy Safe Vic Countryside of 6 points. 6 behind, 6 points.
Reeves won it down, and once again it ends up in the hands of that man Zinnemann, who just couldn't quite distract on this occasion. At the back there is Thompson, and it ends up in the hands of the amateurs in the way of Gorman, and he sends it a long one inside 50, a high ball, tough one to deal with it. A good double fister there coming from the captain in Carlin, trying to clear the defence for the Country. Coming through there was Benson, and in the end they do get it out to the Country and work towards centre wing. Nice mark taken there by Newer, and he moves around quite quickly. Got a loose man in Floyd on the half-forward flank. He should take the mark. 50 from goal. Left footer's got men streaming inside 50. He goes back confidently though. Decides he's going to load up a long ball, and in the end it's gone wide, very wide, and out of bounds. And just had to move the ball a little bit quicker than did Ethan Floyd. He had options aplenty and decided to take his time, and in the end blaze away to no one in particular, and the ball's gone out of bounds as we've ticked into time on here in the second term. Ball inside 50, about 30 out from goal from the attacking goal for the Vic Country towards the northern end. Back underway. Handball by Zinnemann was a good one. Underground one was excellent by the amateurs. The quick kick down the line is wide. Does it stay in the field of play? It does. Getting a fingertip in to make sure of it was Owens, and then we'll get a ball in at the half-forward flank broadcast side. Once again, Reeves and now Jones back on the ground to do battle for the Vic Country. Boundary throw-in falls in a bit short. That one might be recalled, you would think, and it is. So we'll get another opportunity to bring the ball back in the field of play on the half-forward flank on the broadcast side for the Energy Safe Vic Country under-19 side. Umpire does get us back underway nicely. Jones wins it down. Coming through there was Floyd. Went without a big tackle applied by Henderson. Going down low was Jones once again. Ball spills free. Diving in there is James, who's had a bit of it for the Country, and then his handball was towards the boundary line. And the ball's moved out 5 or 6 metres towards the southern end, and we'll get a ball in between the half-back line and the centre wing on the broadcast side.
36 playing 6. Amateurs have the lead in this second term. We've gone 21 and a half minutes into it, and we're down at the Country end of the ground. 70, 80 out from their goal. They're trying to kick their first goal of the afternoon, but it's heavy work for them. Reeves in ruck. Now Thompson, handball. Oh, that was good. He had to spin around. He found his teammate there in Jepson, who got it out to Diggins. He's got Huggett in support. Then they lost it. Now a chance here for the Country. Can they do it? No, Huggett goes to ground. Pick up here by Benson. He was off and gone, but a free kick coming back, and Newham will take it here for the Country. Wasted no time. He goes into the pocket. Oh, straight through the arms there of Stillrider. He picks it up again. They go in towards goal. It's a goal here, and it's being kicked by the Country. They kicked their first goal of the afternoon. And that was quick. And that came off the boot of Noble, and he's kicked it for them. So Noble kicks their first. Stillrider gave him the handball, and Noble kicks the Country's first goal of the day. They go into 1-6-12. The Ammo's on 5-6-36, and that coming at the 22.5 minute mark of the second term.
An understatement of the year. They needed that one for sure.
Yeah, they needed that, all right.
At the 22.5 minute mark. And a lovely check side finish there by Noble, who's been impressive in this term up forward for the Country. We're back underway. Flying high there was Jones. He couldn't quite win it down. Thompson applies a good tackle. Coming off the square was Lovell to apply a bit of pressure for the amateurs. In the end, the umpire will say, give it to me, as we've moved just a few metres away towards the southern end of the ground from the centre of Mars Stadium.
So another couple of those before half-time will make the scoreboard look a little bit better for the country boys.
They have generated enough scoring opportunities, just haven't been able to get them done in front of the big sticks. Back underway, handball at the back was looking for Brazzi, but he left it behind. Coming through there was Diggins, knocked it towards the boundary line on the outer side. Thompson arrives for the amateurs, and in the end, the umpire will say, give it to me, I'll ball it up on the half-forward flank, outer side of the ground. The attacking end for the Home Glen amateurs. And we're back underway. One down on this occasion by Owens. Quick kick coming by the country, though. Down the line, look for Strut-Driver. In the end, the ball's gone a little bit longer than that. The mark was taken on the chest there of Byrne. He can wheel around centre wing on the outer side. Send a high ball inside 50. Ball will get out the back. Numbers with the country. They should raffle between a couple of them. In the end, it's an easy goal, and it is kicked by the Angel State Victorian country side. And a goal coming there when they, once again, desperately needed before the half-time siren. And once again, it was Noble getting on the end of it and finishing classily on the outside of the boot. He's got two.
So plenty of support down here for the country boys. We could hear the cheer from underneath us as Noble kicks his second of the day there, Sam. So that was impressive. And the country edging closer. They've kicked 2 goals in this second quarter, but as we said, it's about a 6-goal breeze. We've gone 24 and a half minutes into it. 36 playing 18. Amos have the lead. They've only kicked one behind into the breeze in this second term, but it's all been the country, but they just haven't put goals on the board. Thompson there. Now a missed kick. A head kick there by Noble. He goes inside the 50-metre arc. Newham out the back. Jorgie there. Try to get rid of it. He does. It goes towards the boundary line with a kick. Now they go towards the boundary line and try and attack. Connolly there. Try to get the handball up to Barnett. Richards gets in the way. A good tackle laid on there by Melville. And we'll have a ball up again for the country in just outside the 50-metre arc. Commentary side, about 50 out from goal, close to the boundary line. Thrown in the air again. It goes towards the boundary line. They see it over, and we'll have a ball in. 36 playing 18. Amateurs have the lead. 25 and a half minutes have been played, so nearing the end of this second term. And another goal here by the country will give them some confidence going in to half-time. They've had 8 shots into goal in this second term with the breeze. Again, ball brought to ground in front of us, and again we'll have another ball up.
2-6-18, that is the Angel State Country trailing 5-6-36, the Home Glen Amateurs leading the way here at Mars Stadium in the Under-19 Challenge Cup, and we're back underway. Thompson with the handball, gave it to Ramiro's kick only went 5 metres or so as he was bumped as he kicked it. In the end, we'll get another ball up on the broadcast side. 26 minutes have surpassed in this second term.
First term went about 28, Sam, so we probably go about that far.
Back underway, reaching over the top there was Lovell in the end. A couple of players stack on each other, and the umpire will have to say, give it to me once again in front of the interchange gates here at Mars Stadium. Bottom of the pack there was Casey getting up. The big man will fly, try to punch it forward, but he missed the ball altogether. Goes again, there's Casey, off hands, in there's Benson, and he's brought to ground by the amateurs. And once again, another good tackle results in a stoppage here on the broadcast side. Amateurs happy just to lock it down. They'll happily take this lead into the halftime break, you'd imagine. Back underway, one down by Lovell, straight into the hands there of Melville, but he was wrapped up in the tackle. And again, another stoppage broadcast side. Played now 27 minutes in the second term. Ball being locked up on this broadcast side for a while now, moving ever so closely towards the centre now. Henderson tried to move it by foot off the deck. Kick was partially smothered. Thompson can knock it towards the boundary line, and in the end, the ball has gone out of bounds. And then we'll get another ball in on the broadcast side, virtually centre wing from our commentary position here.
Just in between the interchange gates, 36 playing 18. We've gone just on 27 and a half minutes in this second term. Ball thrown back in. Lovell at the front, Casey at the back, got it down high up and under kick by Jepson. Oh, who wants this one? Up they go. Melville takes the mark. Hightold to play on. Handball over the top here to Henderson. Country go forward again. The kick. Not bad to Brazzi. He took a diving mark. They got plenty in the middle screaming for it. He goes into the middle. A handball back to Melville. That came from Benson. He goes down to full forward. It goes towards the pocket and it goes over the line out of play. We'll have a ball in. So they worked that out okay, the Country Boys. Brazzi, that was a good diving mark by him. Siren goes. Unfortunately for the Country Boys, there was an opportunity to score a late goal in that second term, but it didn't come their way. And at half-time, the Holmes Glen Amateurs have the lead. 5-6-36, leading the Energy Safe Victorian Countryside on a 2-6-18. And Sam, let's have a look at those goal kickers to half-time.
Yeah, for the amateurs, it's 2 goals from Seckle, a single from Barnett, Lovell and Beveridge, whilst for the Energy Safe Countryside, they only have the 1 goal kick, where he has a couple, and that's Noble.
So we'll take a break here at Mars Stadium in Ballarat, whoever you're listening to this broadcast through, and we'll take a break and be back in around 10 to 15 minutes after half-time for what hopefully will be a cracking second half of football in the Under-19 Challenge Cup down here between the Holmes Glen Amateurs and the Energy Safe Victorian Countryside. 36 playing 18. We'll take a break.
And we are back here for the AFL Victoria Under-19 Challenge Cup clash between Vic Country versus the Energy Safe Vic Country Under-19s and the Home Glen Amateurs. And I'm joined here by Simon Petch, and an opening half of football that was pretty well dominated by the Home Glen Amateurs. A couple late goals from Lachlan Noble for the Country has given them a little bit of glimpse of hope going into half time, but with the breeze now in the favour of the Amateurs, this game could get quite away from the Country in this term.
Well, let's hope not, but a disappointing first half of football. The skill level wasn't really on show. There's only a couple of major pieces of play from both sides. The Amos struggled to score in that second term. They only scored one behind, and in that second term the Country boys scored 2-6. So the scoring end is the northern end of the ground, the Dalesford end of the ground. That's the end in which the Amos are kicking in this second term. The breeze has abated slightly down here. Maybe still a 3 to 4 goal breeze as the third term is underway.
And we're up and going, one down there by Reeves. Knocked it forward for the Amateurs. Coming through there was Benson though of the Country. Big tackle applied on Thompson. Spilled three, big one coming in, following up nicely for the Country was Brazzi with the tackle. Ball has moved towards the broadcast side of the ground. Schultz Driver also getting involved for the Energy Safe Vic Country side.
So we haven't seen any rain during the half-time break. The sun's tried to peep through again. The ground's in really good order down here.
Knocked down by Reeves. Thompson left it behind on this occasion. The captain was able to apply a good tackle. Quick kick coming out wide by James towards the boundary line. Appeals for a little bit out of bounds by the Amateurs, and they've got it. And he did pay it.
Yep.
He listened to the calls. Free kick coming the way of the Home Glen Amateurs in the hands here of Diggins. He'll send a long ball inside 50 from the side of hands. Was trying to take the mark. There was Malvell. Ball spilled free. And in the end, it's going to be locked up once again inside 50. About 40 from goal, slightly on the broadcast side. Inside 50 for the Home Glen Amateurs.
So first deliberate of the afternoon being paid against the Country boys. Inside the 50-metre arc, and Melville gets a clearing kick for the Country. Only as far as Jepson, pushed off the footy by Richards. Well played by him, the Country go forward. Out towards Byrne and Connolly. Byrne gets there first, now Connolly goes down, picks it up beautifully with one hand. Big man bent down, picked it up, he got it out here towards Nagel. He's got support from Barnett over there. Handball came back inside, Richards again, kicks it clear. Back up here towards Byrne, looking for someone to give the handball to. Scanlon ran past Henderson, it wasn't a good one for him. 70 out from Country's goal into the breeze. Reeves though, he dropped what he should have handballed. It came back here, chance to Noble. He goes to the pocket, up goes Huggard for the Amos. He couldn't take the mark, and a Brina handball went through the arms of Byrne. It came out to Thompson. A kick along the ground finds Barnett. The Amos go forward again. Smothered off the boot now, Brazzi. Handball back to Melville where it started. He got it out wider here, and he found his teammate here on centre wing, and the Country go forward. Stooldryer goes up towards half forward. Newell went up, couldn't bring it down. Noble on hands and knees tried to work it out. Brazzi dives in over the top, gets his hand onto it, tries to work it out. He gets up, he goes towards the boundary line. We're inside the 50-metre arc and we'll have a ball up.
Great endeavours shown there by the Energy Safe Vic Country side coming out in the second half.
Melville starting both of those attacks.
Back underway, one down there by Jones, but it's going to be locked up inside 50 for the Vic Country 50. I think it took them about 15, 20 minutes in the opening turn to get inside 50 going towards the southern end. They are there now in the third, nice and early after 3 minutes of football, and it's locked up still about 45 metres out from goal. Umpire will clear a bit of space and get us back underway. Jones wins it down. Quick kick coming from the Amateurs to clear the defence. Still Driver plonks himself underneath this one and takes a nice strong mark on his chest. So this is Nick Stooldryer. Wave to play on. Sends it inside 50. Looking for a direct target. Over the back is Richards. Flying shot is on goal. And the first goal of the afternoon towards the southern end. It's going to go, the first goal of the third term is going to go the way of the Energy Safe Vic Country side. Snap around the body was a pretty good one. And the boy from Wangaratta was Joe Richards getting that one through the big sticks here at the 3.5 minute mark.
Well, it was only a matter of time. The Country boys have come out with a full head of steam here. They've had good play from Melville off defence and working it up inside their 50-metre arc. That was well played and it was well deserved of a goal. 3-6-24 the Country, 5-6-36 the Ummos. The Ummos have got the breeze in this third quarter, but the Country Boys kick the first goal of it into it. Jones wins it down, out of the middle. Thompson a handball to Beveridge, didn't know where to go. Yorgie ends up with it. He goes towards centre wing to Diggins. Will it sit for him? It does. He has to get around a Floyd. A Floyd tackle. He did that. He got a kick up towards the 50-metre arc. Zimmerman there. He's got Schilling to beat as well as Harris. They see it over the line out of play and will have a ball in about 40 metres out from the Ummos goal. Attacking with the breeze in this third term to the Dalesford or northern end of the Mars Stadium. Jones to go up in ruck here against Lovell. Thrown back in, Lovell got it down, Thompson overran it, fell out here to Melville, dispossessed with a handball. Now Henderson picked up. Away go Country again to Richards over his head. Oh gee, Huggard just didn't take the mark or complete it. Martin there in trouble for the Ummos. He gets a high tackle and a free kick. He wasted no time. He goes as long as he can with a kick. Oh, plenty of players up. Ball hits the deck. No one can take the mark. Still Dryer there, brought to ground by Barnett. And it will have a ball up about 48 metres out from the Amateurs goal.
5 minutes played in this third term. 3-6-24. That's the Angels Vic Countryside trailing 5-6-36 to the Amateurs. Back underway inside 54. The Amateurs. Zinnemann rode the tackle well. Gave the handball off there to Diggins. 50 from goal. Sends it to the top of the goal square with a left foot kick. Both country players collide. At the back here is Barnett. Trying to steady, breaks one tackle, flicks the handball at the back, gave it to Beveridge, broke the tackle, outside the boot from the boundary line if you don't mind, but it's across the face, minor score to the Home Glen Amateurs on that shot coming from Kai Beveridge across the face, minor score. It'll be still dry to continue the kicking in duties here for the Andrew State Vic Country under 19 side as they all break to the outer side of the ground. He will head in that direction with a long ball. It's not going to get out of the 50 though. Near the end, there was a wobbly kick that was intercepted and marked on the outside by the Home Glen Amateurs side. An opportunity as the rain just starts to fall once again here at Mars Stadium.
So it's Nagel out there taking that mark, and he's got the mizzle and the breeze in his back here, Geordie.
He'll come in, he'll shoot from just inside the paint on a 45-degree angle, kicking towards the much favoured northern end. He'll come in from 50. Kicker's on its way. It's fading across the face, and it's another minor score to the Home Glen Amateur side. 5-8 now, 38. They lead the Vic Country side, who are 3-6-24 here after 6.5 minutes of football.
So Breeze picked up again. Have a look at that. It holds the ball up, and he got it outside the 50-metre arc, still Dryer, and he marked it here, Melville, and he takes it. So he's been a live wire in this third term for the Country Boys. Stay to the outer side of the ground. Up they go. Casey in from the side. Couldn't complete the mark. Martin on hands and knees. Don't know what happened there. Connolly had the kick smothered. It fell into James, who goes over the boundary line out of play. And we'll have a ball in centre wing. 38 playing 24. Ammos have the lead. They've led all of the afternoon. And we've gone 7 minutes into this third quarter. Jones and Reeves in ruck. They've done most of the rucking all of the afternoon. Head over the footy. Henderson can't win that one out. Thompson brought to ground by Benson, and we'll have another ball up. Centre wing. Out of side. Blustery conditions down here. Throws it in the air. The umpire. Reeves looked for Thompson. He was there. High tackle laid on him, and he'll get the free kick. Centre wing. Out of side of the ground and drive the Ummos forward again. He's looking for someone to lead out of the square. Well, he's not going to get into that square area. Goes towards the centre half forward area. Fist of play. Zimmerman roved it beautifully over the shoulder into goal, and he kicked it. Well, that hit the deck rather quickly. And Anthony Zimmerman scores his first goal of the afternoon. That was a ripper. He roved it beautifully. The boy from Old Brighton. These are his sort of conditions. He kicks his first of the afternoon, and the Ummos kick their sixth. They go on to 6-8-44, 20 points in front of the Country, 3-6-24, and we've got 8.5 minutes in this third quarter.
Yeah, great finish there by Zinnemann. In the contest also earlier, Max Martin left the field for the Amateurs. Right. There, limping off. Okay. Looked, being assisted by a trainer there. Hopefully he's just got a bit of a rolled ankle and they can restrap that one and get back underway. Off and running again. Handball coming there from Hicks. Picked up at the back here by Yorgie. Took him on, run down from behind. A great tackle applied by the Vic Country and there by Small. And he can now drive them into attack in the centre of Mars Stadium. Small looks towards the outer side. His intended target is Scallon. It's a good looking kick and he'll mark on his chest. 60 from goal. Too far out to score. Assesses his options. Sends it into the pocket. Wants a man at the back. Plonking himself in front there. Nice. It was Reeves to get a fist in there towards the boundary line. Quick kick coming out of defence there by Connolly to clear a bit of space. Off hands. Country trying to drive into attack once again. Handball from Nagel was a good one. Quick kick coming forward by Thompson towards an open half-forward line. One-on-one. And the intended target is Seckle, but he's outnumbered in the end. Country got back to defend well. Quick kick comes towards the centre of Mars Stadium. Nice strong hand shown there by Benson. He takes the mark. Looks around. Can go sideways if he wants to. He's waved to play on. Back of the square. Sends a kick towards the half-forward line region. Getting into the front there was Casey. Couldn't quite bring the mark down. Now an opportunity going forward for the VAFA. Handball was a good one there by Hicks. Gave to Harris. He sent a long ball inside 50. A bouncing one all the way. Coming through Zinnerman, and once again off the deck he goes. And a couple of goals in a couple of minutes for Anthony Zinnerman here. He's opened the contest once again for the Home Glen Amateurs. They move now to 7-8-50 to the Vic Country's 3-6-24 here. A 36-point margin here. 26-point margin, sorry, here at Mars Stadium after 10 minutes of football.
So one of the biggest leads of the afternoon so far, and Zimmerman 2 in the quarter for the Amos, showing them a real clean pair of football boots in that forward 50. Good little terrier. He likes to get in and under. We've seen him do that all of the afternoon, and he's been rewarded with 2 goals so far in this third term. Thrown in the air again, and Bird in the ruck now for the Country. Won it down, but Thompson got the handball out. And now he goes outside the centre square. Getting on it there, Hicks. He fists it forward. Out towards Barnett. Has trouble bending now, picking it up. Picked up there by Walters. He gets a handball to Scanlon. He missed his target in Whitford. It goes over the boundary line and will have a ball in about 80 metres around from the Amos goal. With the breeze in this third term, they've opened up real well. They've kicked 2-2. To 1 goal. 2-2 to 1 goal in the favour of the Holmes Glen Amateurs in this third term, and they lead the way 50-24, and we are about 70 metres out from the Amos goal, outer side of the ground where the ball will be thrown in the air again. Lovell goes up. Byrne won that one down. They all wait for it. Oh, Lovell didn't know where it was in the end. It fell here towards Benson. A short kick along the ground. Now Gorman for the Amos. Goes in towards full for Delizio. Ran into his own man. He couldn't complete the mark. Zimmerman laid a good tackle down there. He goes in after it again. He may win the football. No, he allows his teammate to go in Delizio, and he gets a high tackle inside the 50-metre arc. He wastes no time. He wants to go back and have a shot from there. There's plenty of daylight. We haven't seen a goal scored from that angle so far today, but he's going to line this one up. He hasn't troubled the scorers so far today, Luke Delizio. From St. Bernard's, the Snow Dogs, he puts it on its way. That's pretty good. That's really good, and he's kicked it. So first goal from the outer side of the ground today, and Luke Delizio kicks that one, and the Amos kick their 8. They go into 8 goals, 8-56. Leading the Country on 3-6-24. We've gone 12 and a half minutes in the third term. And Delizio kicks his first. The Amos have kicked 3-2 in this third term to 1 straight goal, the Country, so far to date.
Yeah, the Energy Safe Big Country side, they thought they were just starting to mount a bit of a challenge with the early goal, but 3 quick goals has really changed the complexion of this match here at Mars Stadium, and we're going to be back underway once again. Flying high was Casey, but he couldn't win it down for the Country. Trying to go up the deck there cleverly was Schillig towards the broadcast side. Knocking into his advantage was Floyd, but the numbers will prevail for the Amateurs. Handball over top was a good one. Found his way to Huggard. Dribbling ball towards Zinnerman, who's been clean all afternoon. Went twice, went again. Still going to Zinnerman. In the end, the handball back to Huggard. Finds a teammate who just whacks boot the ball there in Hicks towards the half-forward line. Off hands, couldn't complete the mark there. Strudriver is there for the Country, trying to lock things up. Handball spills free. Trying to spin in out of the tackle was Beveridge. Bottom of the pack with a handball coming there from Hodges. And in the end, Vic Country will try to see it towards the boundary line. Strudriver with it, and he's taken over there by Beveridge. And we're going to ball in half-forward flank broadcast side. Here we played 13 and a half minutes. 8-8-56. That's the Home Glen Amateurs leading the Energy Safe Vic Country side, who are 3-6-24 here at Mars Stadium. AFL Victoria Under-19 Challenge Cup, and we're back underway. Quick kick was partially smothered from James. In there once again is Hodges. Started this term lively. Gave a handball over the top to Harris. He looked for a teammate in Thompson. He just flicked it away without really looking though. Coming through there was Harris of Vic Country. Knocking it forward there was Richards. Off the deck goes Scallon. Gains a bit of territory. They work the ball towards the centre of the ground. Missed a handball coming through. And now a turnover. Opportunity at the back here in the centre of the ground for the Amateurs. Kick out wide. Was looking for Beveridge. He's able to strike one tackle. Couldn't get quite free. Incorrect disposal of the football. Free kick going the way of the Angie State Vic Country side. And looks like it's going to go the way of Floyd on the half-back line broadcast side. Has men coming towards the wing if he wants to. Assesses his options, pulls the trigger. Punch from behind there from Connolly towards the boundary line, and in the end, the ball will trickle out pretty much in front of our broadcast position here, in between centre wing and the half-forward flank for the Victoria Countryside. We'll get a ball in at the 15-minute mark.
So 56 playing 24. 15 gone, third term. Right in front of us, thrown back in. Casey palmed it down to Lizio, charged through. He got Stooldryer in his way, but he kept going. Then a flick off the ground, didn't go too far. They go down, bend down to pick it up. Zimmerman tried to break a tackle, got the handball out, but he threw it. And the resultant free kick's going to go Noble's way here for the Country. So this quarter, it's opened up a fair bit. It'll come back to Stooldryer. Okay, he'll take the free kick. So it's been a lot more free-flowing this quarter. Ball holds up in the breeze. Underneath it was Nagel. He couldn't complete the mark. Ball fell to the ground. Pick up there by Owens. A flick out the side here to Romero. Kicked it along the ground here towards Barnett. He'll see it over the line out of play for the Amos, and will have another ball in. So a lot more free-flowing this quarter.
Absolutely.
In the first half, there hasn't been much rain or mizzle in this third quarter to date, but the breeze is still favouring the end in which the Amateurs are kicking in this third term. They lead 56 to the Country 24. Flicked out the back is Thompson. Had a real good game. Goes down to full forward second. Well, he didn't go. He waited down. Melville was out the back. You'll see it over the boundary line. We'll have a ball in. He didn't go there. Secondly, the ball was over him, so he couldn't paddle back. Melville did, and he saw the ball over the line out of play deep in the right forward pocket here for the Amateurs. And we await the ball to thrown back in. Sun starting to shine. Seckle palmed it down to the front of the pack. Casey was there as well. Head over the footy there is Hodges. And once again, another ball up. Seen a fair bit of it, but the game has been umpired in good spirit. Thrown in the air again. Casey got a hand onto it. Henderson charged through. Now Casey a kick along the ground, and he's put it through for a rushed behind. Amateurs looking for something there. It wasn't forthcoming, but a rush behind there to the Amateurs takes them on to 8-9-57, leading the Country 3-6-24. And we've gone 17 minutes into this third quarter.
Just need to show some composure here as we're late into the third term now. Long kick towards the outer side. Big fly from the side. Almost a mark taken there by the Country, and the ball spills free. Almost thought for a second there Scallon could have gone himself, decided to pull out of it the last minute. In the end, the ball has gone out of bounds, and we're going to ball in on the half-forward flank on the outer side for the Amateurs. Ball will be brought back in. Reeves to do battle with Casey. Reeves knocks it over his head to a dangerous area. Thompson's nearby. Tried to spin out of the tackle. Got caught. Did get boots of the ball. Umpire said he was spun 360, and that's holding the ball, even though he correctly disposed of the football. Free kick the way of the Country. Kick out wide by Floyd. He's looking for Richards. Doesn't quite sit up for him, but now it does. Gives the handball over the top, and then the Country can go inside 50. Streaming away. Long ball, but the man ran too far for the Country in Noble. Didn't take a bounce where he probably should have, and he's been pulled up for running too far. And a free kick will go on the half-back line to the captain of the Amateurs, Charlie Thompson. And he'll be able to load up for his team. He can go short to Martin, who's back on the ground, which is good to see as the sun is shining here at Mars Stadium. Sends the long ball towards Zinnemann, centre half forward. Punch from the side. Hodges over top looking for Zinnemann. In defence there was for the Country was Schillig trying to wrap things up in his defensive 50. Ball still alive. Handball goes towards Casey. Got it out wide to a teammate Floyd. Right foot kick towards the wing on the broadcast side. Scallon used the body well, but the numbers are with the Amateurs. Handball was to no one in particular, but they can work it out between a couple of them. Coming through here was Owens. Went without it. Quick kick from Richards. Didn't get quite boots the ball. Goes again, does Richards against Thompson. And in the end, it might become a bit of a stalemate here on the broadcast side on pretty much centre wing at the moment. We've played 18.5 minutes, 8-9, 57. That's the Home Glen Amateurs leading the way towards the Energy State Vic Country, who are 3-6-24, and we're back underway. Reeves' big tap towards the boundary line's a good one. Got a player streaming for him in Diggins. He went without it, goes again. Knocked on by Henderson and now by Casey, and now they go for a run. With the football here is Barisi. He sends it inside 50, almost a mark inside 50 to the Country. Trying to claim it was Noble. Went again, did Noble. Ball spills free. At the back is Owens, and he's got a man out wide for the Amateurs, and they can go for a run. Connolly over the top with the handball was a good one. Finds his teammate in Nagel. He can draw a man in Barnett. Centre wing on the outer side. Barnett with the football. Gives it back to Connolly. Just kept on running. And now they just sweep it with the handbus. Looking for Thompson. Got a man in Hodges nearby if he wants him. Good tackle applied there. Coming through was Benson. Might be able to try to wrap things up inside 50. The ball spilled free once again. In there's Thompson for the Amateurs. Quick kick coming from Hodges. Right to the goal square. Right towards the goal facing in. And it's a minor score. So we're ticking the time on here. 8-10. 58, that's the Amateurs leading the way to the Country. 3-6-24 here, and it's time on in the third term.
So Noble had a couple of chances there, didn't he? He ran too far moments ago, and then he nearly completed that mark in front of goal, but the umpire disallowed it. So he's the live wire down forward for them, but he just can't get a break at the moment. And the Ammos, well, they're just leading a merry dance as the ball goes close to the boundary line out of sight of the ground, and Whitford takes the mark for the Country, but it went over the line out of play, did it? And Nagel, the recipient of the free kick, on the outer side of the ground, about 80 out from goal. He goes to the northern end, favoured with the breeze, down to Seckle, fist away in the end. No one fisted it. It came out the back into the goal square, and it's fisted through in the end by the Country in the last line of defence. Otherwise, the Ammos may have scored another one there. So another minor score, 8-11-59 the Ammos. 3-6-24 the Country. And Stooldry kicks the ball back in at the 21-minute mark of the third term. Reeves, a big fisted punch, got some distance. Now Connolly, who's down from defence, gets wrapped up and on the point of the centre square, about 70 out from the Amateurs goal, outer side of the ground. Will have the ball thrown in the air. 21 minutes gone. 59 playing 24. The Amateurs have the lead. Reeves flicks out a handball hitter. Thompson bent down, picked it up. Handball hitter, King in trouble. Had to get rid of it, he did. Harris on hands and knees can get the handball out. Somehow they couldn't do it though. And Beveridge, not Beveridge, it's Owens, goes to ground and will have a ball up. Beveridge is off the ground, I think, at the moment. Inside the centre square, Reeves won it down for the Ammos. Ramiro, a handball hitter, King. Inside the centre square, he goes to Barnett. He can take off and play on. He gets around Newnham. 60 out from goal. He goes to full forward, but the mark has been taken by Carlin in the last line of defence for the Country.
And he gives up to his teammate there, to the captain in Melville. He sends it towards the outer side. Big fly from the side from Jones. Couldn't quite bring it down, but they got the runners here. Handball over the top for the Country. Should be cut off though. Thrown without the football there was the big man in Reeves. And they had an opportunity to transition there, the Country, but they couldn't quite link it up as they would have liked. Reeves sweeping handball's a good one to the outer side. And the Amateurs can send it inside 50 once again. Ear-directed kick, though. Carlin couldn't complete the mark at his defensive 50, though. Creates a bit of problem for the Country in defence. In the end, they are able to lock it out about 35 from goal, and means that we will get a ball up. About 35 metres out, tucked up against the boundary line on the outer side, heading towards the northern end of the ground. And we're back underway. Knocked to the back by Jones. Wanted his teammate to run onto it. He couldn't. Sweeping hand was a good one. In the hands now at the back here for Barnett. He sends it to the tip of the goal square. Might go right over the back, and it does. And a mark is taken in the goal square. And it looks like it's Diggins down there who's able to take the mark for the Amateurs. And he can go back from the smallest of margins out from goal and kick his first major. And he does that by playing on around the body very nicely. 9-11-65. That is the Home Glen Amateurs. And they're running away with this one in the third term at the moment to the Energy Safe Vic Countryside, who are 3-6-24 here after 23.5 minutes of football.
So Lewis Diggins kicks his first of the afternoon from Beau Morris, and of course he'd like these conditions down here too today. Beau Morris being close to the bay and at the Oak Street ground. That'll get fairly blustery on occasions during winter time. So both Diggins and Zimmerman from down by the bay enjoying the afternoon here in Ballarat today. Thrown in the air again. Jones won that one down. Stolen again by Thompson. Heard the call, and Owens goes long with a kick down to full forward. They set themselves. Fist away from Lovell. No, he's marked it. Is he going to pay it? No, he's not. Gee, that was a good, strong contest by both players there. Lovell held his ground. He wasn't going to give it up. And nearly a good mark taken in front of goal. He palms it down. Beveridge goes and tries to pick it up. Lovell does same again. And once again, we'll have another ball up. He's kicked a goal. In fact, I think it was the first goal of the afternoon. Sean Lovell from Mazenod. He kicked the first goal of the day. A kick away there by Breen. It goes out to Whitford. And he takes the mark here for the country. A diving one at that as he dived inside defensive 50. Out of sight of the ground they go. They set themselves. Reeves in from the side. Palms it down to ground. Pick up by Byrne. Heard the call from Scanlon. Handball back here towards Breen. Away go the country. Kick up towards half forward, and Floyd takes the mark. Spins around. Wasted no time. He goes over the top, but no one there. And Owens takes the mark, and the Amos will relieve the pressure from defence.
They come towards the broadcast side. Mark should be taken, and it is by Gorman. Plays on immediately. Half-back flank on the broadcast side. Wobbly kick towards centre wing. Tough one to get a handle on for his forwards, hitting up towards the wing. And in that passage of play before there, the country had a golden opportunity. They just E-directed kick, and once again, Noble was the one who was going to be on the end of it. They could have found him.
Went begging there, Sam. Another opportunity. They've had 3 chances in this third term to score goals.
They're pressing at the southern end, even though it's against the breeze. Just can't get the majors on the board, though, to really make a difference. Out of the ruck goes Jones with a wobbly ball towards the half-forward flank. Coming through nicely. There was Small. Went without it. Kicked up the deck there by Noble. Will gain a bit of vital territory. Inside 50, the ball falls, and in the end, trickles out of bounds on the broadcast side. Just inside 50. At 48 metres or so from goal. And we'll get a ball in at the 26-minute mark. But the siren will sound, and that'll be the end here of the third term proceedings here, where it is the Home Glen Amateurs 9-11-65 leading the way to the Energy State Vic Country side, who are 3-6-24. Goal kickers for the Amateurs, 2 to Zinnerman and Seckel. The singles to Lovell, Barnett, Beveridge, Delizio and Diggins. Whilst for the Vic Country side, it's a couple goals to Noble and 1 to Richards. We'll take a break here onto all channels that you're listening to, and we'll be back in a few moments or so for the final terms action here from Mars Stadium in Ballarat. we are back here at the Mars Stadium here for the AFL Victoria Under-19 Challenge Cup clash. Players have moved into position here, and we'll get the final terms action underway here. 9-11-65, that is the Home Glen Amateurs leading the way against the Energy Safe Vic Countryside, who are 3-6-24, but they are now kicking to the much favoured northern end of the ground, and we're off and running. One down in the ruck there by Reeves. Coming through there was Casey, gave to a teammate. Quick kick coming forward by the Country inside 50, looking for the dangerous Noble. Bouncing ball is a tough one to get a handle on. In there is Newham trying to get involved for the Country. Kick was smothered, knocked towards the boundary line from Connolly there. Ball might be wrapped up on the outer side, just inside 50. Indiana trickles over, and we will get a ball in about 45 metres out from goal in the opening minute here of the final term in the AFL Victoria Under-19 Challenge Cup clash. And we're back underway. Knocked down by Reeves. Quick kick coming forward there from Benson to the tip of the goal square. It's going to go rush. It's going to go across the face, and in the end through for a minus score. So one solitary behind to start things in the opening minutes. So welcome back onto the commentary position, Simon Petch.
Good on you, Sam. And a 65 playing 25. It's been all the Holmes Glen Amateurs in this Challenge Cup game down here today, that's for sure. They've really shown the Country right from the word go, and Yorkie kicks the ball back in. Fist away by Scanlon to the boundary line. Jepson kept it alive, a handball back towards Harris, who lost it. Now a chance here, brought to ground. Gorman couldn't get rid of it. Going in is Stool Dry towards the boundary line. That was deliberate, but the umpire said no. Let's ball this one in. The Country boy, the Amos, was certainly looking for it. We've had one so far today from a kick. About to be thrown back in. About 70 out. From the Country goal with the breeze in this final term. Again, a slight mizzle of rain just coming across the ground. A kick up, high up and under. No one can take the mark for the Country down there. King picked up, that was a good one. Had Hodges in support, not a good handball. Casey standing still, had to get rid of it. Thompson along the ground, got it out to Barnett. A high tackle, not paid. Yes, it has been. And Sam Barnett will take the free kick here for St Kevin's deep in defence. He doesn't know what to do or where to go. Oh, he went to King, who dropped the handball. Had to get it back to Barnett. They're in trouble. Handball came back here to Thompson. Had to go out. He did. And that's been deemed deliberate. No, it hasn't. We'll have the ball thrown back in. So a comedy of errors here as we await the ball to be thrown back in, starting with Barnett, who has absolutely no idea what to do. It's still down inside the defensive 50 here for the Amos. Country boys have it. Being held on to is Benson. He is brought to ground, and again we'll have a ball up about 35 metres out, or 40 metres out. From the Country goal, thrown in the air. Reeves got it down over Beveridge's head. Came here to Nagel, now Melville. Got it to Casey, squeezed a kick out. No one could take the mark. Ball fell down here to Breen for the Country. Handball came out. Now a chance here for Jepson. He worked the handball out. Reeves, big man, bent down. He got it out. Barnett kicked it out. Brazisi goes back with it. Oh, Huggett went through his hands. It came out the back, and Hicks kicks the ball clear. Up inside the centre square. They bend down to pick it up. Now the cavalry arrive, and one of them there was Benson. He goes to ground, and play continues on centre wing.
And the other side, knocking it forward there was Brazisi towards the half-forward flank. Taken away, though, there by Romero. Sends a long ball, a high ball, sorry, to the outer side. Mark should be taken by Diggins, and is. Centre wing, virtually opposite from a commentary position here at Mars Stadium on the outer side. He's kicked in the line. He's a very poor one, though. Cut off straight away. Mark taken out there, looks like by Whitford. And he's got men streaming in the middle if he wants. Decides he wants to go longer than that towards the centre half-forward position. His direct target there is Scallon. Through the fingertips of him. Ball spills at the back. Numbers with the Amateurs. Left it behind, though. Richards tries to go off the deck. Sweeping handball. Clever little knock on there towards Malville. He got it 3 with the hand pass. Inside 50 the ball goes. Dribbling kick out the fence by the Amateurs. Sliding in there. Looks like it was Hicks trying to clear. Sells a bit of candy. Thompson. Handball to the big man in Reeves. Went without it. Stool driver. Intercepts for the Country. But he tried to take them on, and an incorrect disposal means the free kick going the way of the Home Glen Amateurs and going the way there of Yorkie. just inside defensive 50 on the broadcast side. We played 4.5 minutes in this final term. He sends it towards centre wing. High ball. Punch from behind was a good one from either captain and Carlin, but the ball comes to at the back. Here's Beveridge. The speedster got away from one. Sends a dribbling kick to no one in particular. Should be cut off, and it is. The Country send it through Harris down the line, looking for a teammate in Scallon. He can't quite get a handle on it. On his hammer there was Seckle. Did enough for the Amateurs. Casey tried to get his way through. Got a dodgy looking handball out. Malval went again, once again for the Country. Handball at the back by, that was a good one there by Harris. Quick kick coming forward by the Amateurs. Diving in there was Gorman. Beveridge goes once again, trying to appeal for a free kick, and in the end, the umpire says, give it to me, I will ball it up in between centre wing and the half-forward flank for the Country side. As it looks like Beveridge is just going to limp up there, got a bit of a limp up after that contest, and we'll get a ball back up in the air. One down by Reeves. Quick kick coming there from Conley towards the centre of Mars Stadium. One-on-one contest. Well done then from behind by Diggins, and he wins a free kick for the Amateurs. Looks towards the outside, sold a bit of candy nicely on the mark, goes for a run in the sunshine and sends it towards the half-forward flank. Good looking kick. Seckle couldn't quite bring it down. Quick kick from the Country is a good one. Mark is taken, and they want to go quickly. Spearing ball looking for Melville. Tries to draw a man, spun out of the tackle nicely. Kick towards the half-forward flank, but it's been cut off. Mark taken there by Owens on the half-back line here on the broadcast side. He can load up for the Amateurs. Sets his options down the line. High ball. Punch from the side. Reeves coming through. Here's Strill Driver with the don't argue. Got the kick away as well towards centre half forward. Good looking kick, and the mark should be taken there. And it is by Brazisi. Wheels around. Wants to send it inside 50. Looking for Newham. He can't quite take the mark. Out of the fence. Quick kick coming there by Diggins. Just the space. Just trying to clear it for the Amateurs. Wide kick coming there from Walters towards the boundary line on the outside for the Country. They keep it in. Handball was not a good one. Staying in for the Amateurs now, and they can load up off the fence. High ball in the Barnett direction. Was punched from behind by the Country. Good smother applied there by Harris coming through for the Amateurs. Slapping into their advantage. Harris on the outside. Gave a handball to the big man in Reeves, who gave it to a teammate who was confronted straight away in Zinnerman. Ball still alive. Quick, another handball breaking free. Here's Connolly. Got his kick towards the half-forward flank. Ball bounces just inside 50. Numbers with the Country. They can work towards the outer side if they can work it by hand through Stroop Driver. Handball was to no one in particular. Delizio steals it. Sends a wobbly one inside 50. Seckles at the back. Needs a kind bounce. Has to try to ride the tackle. Brought to ground there by the Vic Country defence. And in the end, we'll get a ball up just inside 50. 7.5 minutes gone in the final term here.
So 40 points the margin. Amos have the lead. Only 8 minutes gone. Sun again shining down here. And thrown in the air. Floyd over the back. We're at the Ammo's end now. Stealing it, Breen. He goes on James. He charges through. He got a long kick down towards half forward. No one can take the mark. Ball fell here towards Huggard. Handball inside to King. He goes in further to Owens, who drives the ball long for the Ammos. Down to the 50-metre arc, but Jones takes the mark. Standing tall as he's done all of the afternoon, and he takes the mark and plays on to Harris, who comes out here to Whitford. And the Country are on the move again, but they trail by 40 points. They're kicking with the breeze in this final term, and we've gone 8 minutes into it. Kick up towards centre wing, fist away there, down to Melville. A kick along the ground here to Noble. Zimmerman has him, tackles him. Brazisi picks up the handball, then dispossessed. A great tackle laid on him. And the free kick going Huggard's way for the Ammos. That was a real good slick tackle, and Huggard wins the free kick. Kicks out wider here to centre wing to Doug Diggins. Diggins takes the mark and plays on over the top to Ramiro. Well shepherded there by Nagel. Ramiro gets the kick down towards centre half forward. Oh, Breen sets himself in from the side. James it was, sets himself in from the side, couldn't complete it. Floyd ends up with it. Centre wing, he goes back virtually once it started, down towards Melville. Race on in earnest. Yorgie gets there as well. Melville, a kick here to Richards. Richards around the body into goal, but it'll bounce across the face and go through for a minor score. 3-8-26, the Energy Safe Victorian Countryside. 9-11-65, the Holmes Glen Amateurs. And we've played 9.5 minutes. in this final quarter.
Yeah, failing in a major there was Richards. He's kicked one for the afternoon, which came in the early stages of the third term. That one he couldn't quite get around the body. We'll get a kick in here from the Home Glen Amateurs. They look to come towards the broadcast sides. Long kick coming there from Yorgi. High fly from the side from Floyd. Couldn't bring down for Vic Country. Ball locked up between a couple of players just inside the paint, just inside 50. And we'll get a ball up about 50 metres out from goal. Here, we've played now 10 minutes in the final term. Umpire clears a bit of space and we're back off and running. One down there by Jones of Vic Country. Good tackle applied there by Delizio. And in the end, another stalemate, another ball out 50 from goal, broadcast side. Heading towards the northern end, the more favoured end of the ground here. He has Zinnerman try to come bust his way through. Good tackle applied on him. Results in another ball up inside defensive 50 for the Home Glen Amateurs. They lead here by 39 points and we're back underway. One down once again by the big man in Jones of Vic Country. Still driver on the bottom of the pack for them, and the stalemate continues. 4 or 5 ball ups in virtually the same position. About 50 from goal, broadcast side heading towards the northern end of the ground. We're back underway once again. Jones fisted it forward a little bit. Still driver coming through. Spun out, tackled nicely. Sent a centering ball towards the top of the goal square, but an intercept mark is taken. And a nice one is taken there by King of the Amateurs. And he looks towards the broadcast side. Plays on immediately. Sends a long ball, but the breeze catches that one. There's still a little bit of breeze out there, which is causing trouble for the players, and now it's a free kick, and it's going to go the way of Scallon, about 60 from goal on the broadcast side.
So 70 out from goal. Loads up, top of the square. Up they go through arms. No one could take the mark. It flicks out the back here. Noble there, the little goal sneak, but he palmed it through, or went through. He tried to bring it back in underneath him, and it didn't go. 65 playing 27. Holmes Glen Amateurs, they've led all of the afternoon and they'll win this game, and it will be 4 representative game wins in a row to the Amateurs. Never been done before in the history of the game, and they'll complete that task as Breen goes forward with a kick. But it's marked in the last line of defence by one of the best on the ground for the Amos in Zimmerman. He goes out to equally one of the best in Thompson. He's had a real good game from start to finish. He goes to Nagel, and he works out of sight, marks out of sight of the ground here for the Amos. 65 playing 27. Amos have the lead. Nagel goes back to Thompson and goes back to Nagel. Still on the same side of the ground. A long way from home. He delivers towards centre wing. Reeves puts the arms up. Had it fisted away by Carlin. He goes over the line out of play between centre wing and half forward, and will have a ball in. 12 and a half gone. Final term. 65 playing 27. The Amos have the lead, the Amos have the win, and it completes 4 representative wins for the season in the amateur competition. 2 in Adelaide, 1 at Sandringham, and 1 down here today at Ballarat. As Nagel marks inside the 50-metre arc, he goes to Seckel, and he marks around 44 metres out from goal, directly in front, but into a breeze at the southern end, the scoreboard end of the ground.
Yeah, still taking his best kick from here, from Seckel. Right into the tee for the breeze here, he'll be kicking straight into.
He's kicked 2 so far for the day. They came up in the first quarter. Now he's looking to trouble the scorers for the 3rd time of the afternoon. Puts it on its way. Good high kick. The ball sits up in the breeze and goes across the face for a minor score. Taking the Holmes Glen Amateurs on to 9-12-66. Leading the Energy Vic Safe Country 3-9-27, and we've gone 13 and a half minutes in the final quarter.
And the Country goes straight down the middle looking for Casey, but at the back is Beveridge. Gave it to a teammate in King. His short little kick did find a man. Thompson, just a slight fumble, but he's good enough to flick at the handball out wide towards Harris, half forward flank for the Amateurs. Does a little bit of a dance as Harris sends a wobbly kick inside 50. Almost a mark of defence there by Scallon. Still alive, still an opportunity. Handball coming there from Henderson. Quick one by Floyd. Found teammate in Malville, and he's brought to ground, and in the end we'll get a ball up in between the half-back line and centre wing on the broadcast side here for Vic Country, who are trailing by 39 points here at Mars Stadium. Back underway. Diving in there is Casey. Floyd's kick was into the man. So it's smothered on the half-back line. Zinnemann couldn't quite extract it, but now Thompson emerges with it. Handball it wide, try to find a teammate. Off the deck, was missing the target. Vic Country desperate trying to get it out of the fence here. Little underground handball was smothered from James. And now they go inside 50 to the amateurs. Short kick was by Diggins. Try to knock it on Martin. Diggins gets it back. Now to Beveridge. Wheels around. Short kick inside 50 it goes. Only to Floyd though, who threw it out to a teammate. Seckle breaks the tackle. Martin around the body, needs the bend, doesn't get the bend, and it's to the near side minus score to the Home Glen Amateurs here at Mars Stadium. Played 15.5 minutes and they take their lead back out to 40 points here at Mars Stadium.
So biggest lead of the day so far for the Amos, and they've been very impressive right from the word go. That first quarter they kicked 5 goals, 5 into the breeze, and it really helped by winning the toss. Kick back in, it comes all the way down towards half forward here for the Country, and picked up there by Noble. He goes and kicks it out of bounds on the full though, and a resultant free kick to go to the Holmes Glen Amateurs, who have to retrieve the football themselves as King goes over the fence to do that, and he'll come back in. Not many people in that stand over there. They're all underneath us here on the main side, members side of the ground. And King now to bring the ball back into play. We've gone just on 16 minutes in this final term. 40 points the margin. Holmes Glen Amateurs have the game at their mercy here. Reeves palms it down. Thompson there again. Head over the football there. Benson, a kick away. High kick there by the Country to full forward. Over the top there was Jepson. He couldn't bring it down. It fell to ground. Chance around the body. Zimmerman there. Brought to ground. High tackle laid on him. Umpire said no. I'll take it and I'll ball this one up. So around 35 out. Reeves palms that one down from the goal for the Country, and Casey kicks that one through. Yes, he did. Reeves palmed that one down. Casey, the big man, bent down, picked it up and kicked it through for their 4th goal of the day. They go into 4-9-33. Trailing the Amos on 9-3-67, margin 34 points, and we've gone 17 minutes into the final term, and Casey has kicked his first goal of the afternoon.
And he's battled hard all afternoon, Matthew Casey today.
Yes, he has indeed.
Pitch hitting in the ruck for the Vic Country and getting a little bit of reward for a pretty good afternoon for him in Vic Country colours with a goal there. Back underway we go. One on top by Reeves. Straight down towards Benson, though. Got the handball away. Good handball goes to the last goal kick on Casey. He sends a long one inside 50. Richards wants out the back. Richard gets out the back. He gets his second. 2 in a minute to the Energy Safe Vic Country side, with Richards going in the goal square, just to give the Vic Country something just to think about in the final moments of this match.
Yes, well, they won't lie down. They won't die wondering here, the Country boys. They keep coming. 39 playing 67, 18 minutes gone in this final term. Another couple of goals like that will send the shivers up the spines of the Amateurs, that's for sure and certain. They were 2 easy goals, one for Casey and another one there
to Richards.
And he's kicked 2 for the afternoon. They try to go forward again, the Country. Kick out of danger here by Small. They go forward. Inside the 50-metre arc, held up here by Owens. Newham hot on his hammer. Owens goes towards the boundary line. They'll be looking for deliberate here, but the umpire says give it to me. I'll ball this one in. So 18.5 gone. 67 playing 39. You would imagine from here that the Holmes Glen Amateurs have got this in the bag, but 2 goals within a minute to the Country boys have put them back in the fold. Palmed down by Reeves. It goes nearly over the line out of play. Ramiro tried to keep it in. It did go over, and again we'll have another ball in. So around 80 metres around from the Country goal. They got the breeze in their back. Slight mizzle appearing again across the ground. And in comes the ball. Reeves is at the back. He palms it down. It was well roved in the end there. The Country go forward again. High up and under kick. Noble in the middle of the sandwich there. Palmed it to ground. Newham looking for a free kick. Desperate stuff here by the country boys. They try to win it out, somehow getting on the end of it's DeGuide. He goes into goal and he missed. Gee, that would have brought the stand down had he have kicked that one. He's missed and only a minor score. 5-10-40, the country. They're coming home with a wet sail. The Yamos, 9-13-67. The country with the breeze, and we've gone 20 minutes in this final term, and they keep peppering away.
They keep coming here to the country. Now the Amos try to go out the fence with a long ball towards the broadcast side. Long kick coming from Yorgie. Big fist in there by the country, knocked on cleverly there by Schillig. Kept in, and the steering ball's a good one. Richard should mark inside 50 and does. And the little man's kicked a couple this afternoon and can go back to line up for number 3.
Yeah, well, he's within range here too with the breeze in his back. He's on the right side.
Shoot from about 35, 40 metres out on a slight angle. He's going to try to move it quickly. And Richards comes in with the kick. Looks pretty good with the boot, but it's faded late and just gone slightly to the left on the broadcast side for a minor score. 5-10-40. That's the Energy State Vic Country side trailing the Home Glen Amateurs, who are 9-13-67 here at Mars Stadium.
So nearly 21 gone, and the country just keep coming. Not a real good kick from the kick in. It goes over the boundary line, and once again kept alive here for the country. We'll have the ball thrown back in. Boundary umpire wasting no time, about to come back in. Casey and Reeves will go at this one. Around 35 around from the country goal. In the pocket, Reeves palms it down. Oh, it was roved beautifully there by Melville. He's had a good second half. He was brought to ground. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. So once again, still a chance here for the country. 67 playing 41. We've gone 21 and a half. Came out here to Yorgie from the ruck contest. Bangs it on the boot. Goes as high and long as he can. Beveridge underneath it. Was spoiled. It fell here to Delizio. He was spoiled as well. Brought to ground and dropping the football. And Small will get the free kick for the country. No. It will go Walter's way. And he's within range here with the breeze in his back. 22 minutes gone, final term. 41 playing 67. The Yamos have the lead, but the country keep coming. Walters, as long as he can, won't go all of the way. Oh, Reeves, he didn't mark it. He palmed it. We tried to. He was too cute. And Yorgie at the end of it sees it through for a minor score. 42 playing 67. Amos have the lead. We've gone 22 minutes in the final term, and the country won't lay down.
Yes, and the Amos go short with a kick out from Yorgie, finding a man deep in his defensive left back pocket, and they're going to be called to play on. Long kick coming from King down the line. His teammate slipped over, who was his direct target on the outer side. I think that was Delizio, and we'll get a ball in about 55 from goal on the outer side, heading towards the northern end of the ground. 5-12-42, Vic Country Trail. The Amos 9-13-67. We're back underway. One down there by Reeves. Handball coming through by King. Sent inside 50 by the country. Dribbling ball towards the goal face. Newham went without it. Handball over the top. Looking for a teammate, Scallon. Missed him. Ball still alive. Barnett in defence. Richards applied a good tackle on him. In the end, the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it out. 45 metres out from goal. A more centralised position in the defensive 50. Umpire clears a bit of space here as we ticked into 23.5 minutes. Reeves won it down. Umpire said he went over the shoulder though. Free kick's going the way of Casey, and he'll have an opportunity to line up for goal number 2 for him, directly in front, 45 from goal.
So most quarters have gone between 26 and 28. We've gone 23.5, and the margin's 25 points. And Casey can peg this one back to 19.
Casey starts his slow and deliberate approach to goal, directly in front with the breeze behind him. Shoots from 50. Kick is on its way. It's a pretty good strike, but it's just to the outer side. Minor score once again to the Energy State Vic Country side, who have now kicked 5 goals 13, 43 to 9 goals 13, 67 the way of the Amos.
So 2 goals 7 in this final term for the country hasn't really helped them. And the Amos have only kicked 2 behind, so 2-7 to 2 behinds, and the country still trail. They've been off target all of the afternoon. They've had 18 shots to 22 in favour of the Amos. But 2-7 in this final term certainly hasn't paved the way for them to hit the front. But gee whiz, with 2 goals in the space of a minute, about 5 or 6 minutes ago, they looked like every chance. Now, Breen's got the footy, and he's outside the boundary line, and he's going to take the kick. For the country, he centres the football to centre half forward Newham up. Carlin won the football down. Henderson on the end of it into goal, and he missed. So another miss, 5:14:44. Energy safe Victorian Country. 9:13:67 the Ammos. 23 points the margin, 25 minutes gone, and you would imagine only a couple of minutes left in the game.
And Yorgi will do the kicking in duties once again for the Ammos. Sends the long ball towards the outer side. Big fly from the back, good fist in there by the captain and Carlin for Vic Country. Quick kick inside 50, dropping the mark. There was Benson. Ball still alive, sweeping handball's a good one towards the broadcast side. And now a kick just to space by the Ammos. And one Zinnemann trying to run onto it on centre wing. Picking up the Scallon, got away. Handball over the top, tries to find a teammate there in Newham. He goes over the top with the handball towards Henderson. Can't quite get a handle on it there. The 2017 Bendigo Pioneers Best and Fairest winner. And the ball trickles out of play. We'll get a ball in between centre wing and the half-forward flank for Vic Country on the broadcast side. Almost 26 minutes have passed, and we'll get the ball back in the field of play. One down over top by Reeves. On the bottom back there is Whitford, but that will do it here at Mars Stadium. And it is the Home Glen Amateurs who have walked away with the chocolates here in the 2018 AFL Victoria Under-19s Challenge Cup. Their final scores 9-13-67 for the Home Glen Amateurs, whilst for the Energy Safe Victorian Countryside, 5-14-44 was their final score on record. For the Home Glen Amateurs, the goal kickers were 2 to Seckle, 2 to Zinnemann, singles to Lovell, Barnett, Beveridge, Delizio and Diggins, whilst for Vic Country, a couple goals to Noble, Richards and 1 to Casey. But a game that was pretty much dominated for 3 quarters by the Homegrown Amateurs. Vic Country, wasteful in the final term, couldn't really make a great fist of it, but I believe that will be all of it. That'll be it from here, from me, Sam Young, of course, from Simon Pedge. Done a very fine job in the commentary box here.
Good on you, Sam. It was a great game, and just before we do wrap up, it was a great effort by the Ammos. That's 4 in a row, 4 rep games in a row for them this season. And they led all of the way. They led at quarter time by 35. They led at half time by 18. They led at every change. They led at 3/4 time by 41. And with the Country coming home with a wet sail, they hung on and won by 23 points. Hope you enjoyed the coverage down here at Mars Stadium in Ballarat today. On behalf of the team here, Sam and Simon will sign off and wish you all a very good afternoon.
Thank you, Damien. Of course, 10th year in succession, he's been the coach of the Energy Safe Victoria Country Under-19s. Now to speak on behalf of the winning side, the coach of the VAFA Under-19s, please welcome David Kinsella.
Thanks, guys. To the big country boys, well done today. Tough effort. We've had it over for the last 6 or 7 years, so we're just Damien, thanks very much, mate. You've been a tough community. My boys, against the program, my leaders especially, the work the other boys are doing, the program really well. I'm so proud of you. Well done. Good effort.
To join with the coach, David Kinsella, to accept the Under-19 Challenge Cup from Stephen O'Donoghue, the community programs here at AFL Victoria. Congratulations to Charlie Thompson, captain, David Kinsella, the coach of the VAFA Under-19s, winner of the Under-19 Challenge Cup. Congratulations to the VAFA Under-19s very shortly with our anthem ceremony.